And we are live here at In Your Head Wrestling Radio. I think we've been live for a couple minutes, but it was showing me we weren't. I am the internet icon, the pride of the pilgrims, the most honest man in all of podcasting, and the Valentine of the Headyverse, Jackie Jones, along with my right-hand man, my audio soulmate, the enforcer of the Headyverse, and the co-Valentine of the podcasting landscape.
1 inch biceps, the power goat. Ah!
Hell yeah, boy. Yeehaw! Just the final episode before Valentine's Day.
It's an important day in everybody's in the Headyverse universe. Everybody's gearing up and getting ready for the Valentine's Day.
I think the mustache is doing pretty good now. It's looking pretty decent. Well, I think the mustache with this whole gear looks very like Brokeback Mountain, like. You know, hey, whatever. So if you super chat tonight, $20 or more, I will make you your own WrestleMania 8-bit figure tonight only. I normally do this for $25. Tonight, only $20. You super chat that tonight. And if you super chat $100, I will be your Valentine.
No, only 100 for you to be
$100.
Oh my.
First come, first serve. I'm not going to be multiple Valentine. Well, we'll see. Maybe if the hundreds start rolling in, but.
Jackie Jones.
What's that? You gonna drop a C note?
That's a hell of a deal. But what I got to ask you, Jackie Jones,
what's
that do you think Shane McMahon is going to give Vince McMahon a Valentine's Day card?
I don't know. He's ousted. Can you believe it? The man's son is ousted from his own company.
I don't know. It's like it's shocking, but yet it's not. It's like, okay, yeah, I can kind of believe this because, like, I think most people would have thought, nah, he'll never fire like his own son, but apparently that's what's happened. He has fired Shane McMahon.
He said he was like, it's funny because there was these things coming out that he was like trying to rebook the Rumble around him, and he was going to throw up Brock Lesnar, and some of us were like, I don't know if that's true, but then like they fired him because of this. They're saying so maybe it was all true. Can you imagine? I'd have to be there to really understand because it's one thing. It is pretty bad. Like the son, this guy in his 50s is not really a wrestler. He's wrestled, and he's like, I should go in there and throw everybody out. But then at the same time, for, a member of the actual family that owns a company to get ousted from the company.
That's pretty bad. But I also wonder if there's something else going on here that we just don't know about. Is Vince?
He's just the McMahon family, a bunch of assholes.
You never thought it would be possible that somebody could fire their own son, but like, how awkward would that be at like the dinner table? Do you think
Vince went in? He just said, "Yeah, fire."
I bet he had his stoogie do it for him. The guy.
Wouldn't that would be bad if he had his son like texted that he was like, "We wish you all the best on your."
Just don't come back.
See you at Easter dinner.
That's got to be like that. That's his own kid, and like he has grandchildren through Shane, and he fired him. He's fired. Granddad fired Pop, their father.
And I'm not a big fan of the McMahons or anything, and normally I would say this, but wouldn't that be amazing if you're watching Dynamite and Shane McMahon just walked out?
That would be phenomenal. I would like it if he would just come out and he would just be a wrestler, like he has no authority or anything.
Yeah. He was just an active guy on the show. wrestling like Sting and stuff.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
Would he lay a pipe bomb on his dad?
Maybe. That would be pretty awesome.
His sister, that was wild.
Do you think Tony would just like book him like Vince does a lot of people that, he gets from other companies? He just buries them. Do you think Shane would be buried in AEW?
I don't think so, but he probably wouldn't come in if they were going to do that. But it's funny because there were wrestlers who tweeted at Con. They're like, I know other people made fun of this, like even the idea it's possible, but I don't know why it's out of the realm of possibility. But people texted him saying like, not to do it. Don't sign Shane.
Why not? That would be hilarious.
It would be amazing. It's
not
like I'm loving to see Shane wrestle or anything, but the idea of Shane McMahon on another wrestling promotion, that would just be that would be amazing. Yeah.
Now, do these wrestlers just hate Shane from working with him in the past? Maybe?
It's weird because I never heard anyone really dislike Shane until now.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard anything really bad about him.
No, but maybe some people said he maybe didn't know like a lot about the business, but no one ever said he was a bad guy or anything.
The only thing I ever heard was like, that he would bring up ideas that weren't very good. And that's kind of like what happened just now. So, but like, as far as like treating people, like I've never heard up until now that he doesn't treat people well, but apparently he that's happened because behind the scenes he was treating Jamie Noble. James
they Gibson. Said he was like trashing him like in front of everybody.
Do you think?
But who knows? Noble was it play? I wonder if it was playful or if it was like really mean spirited. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I just it's hard to say. We'll probably never know exactly.
He's probably been around the guy a long time, so it could be like like me and you best messing around with each other, or maybe I don't know though. I have no idea. I don't know anything about the inner workings of the company. Maybe he was a total asshole. I don't know.
I was just going to say, though, I think he should hold Jamie Noble, if he has a bulldog or some sort of dog of some sort, he should hold the dog's ass in the air and say, "You can kiss my dog's ass."
That's what we should do at FanFest. You should kiss my incher's ass and you just bend over and drop trow. That's how we could reenact that.
Oh, I'm not down with that. I don't want
Hi. That'd be pretty funny.
And basically, you're saying I'm your dog. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, but what's a loyal beast is a dog, so that's not a negative.
A loyal beast is a dog.
Well, yeah, that's not a dog's not a negative thing.
So when Iggy Pop was singing "Now I Want to Be Your Dog," yes, he wanted to be something positive.
What?
Don't worry about it. But anyways,
I'm just trying to plug the show everywhere.
He loves plugging the show, which is a good thing. It's a good thing for everybody out there.
Plug an incher.
That's a bad thing.
What?
You called me your dog, and now you want to plug me. What's the matter with you?
Man, what is you getting so tight?
Anyways, Shane McMahon let go from WWE. I don't think they say it's technically a firing, but they told him like they don't need a service.
Gone from the company. What the hell is that?
Yeah, it's basically a firing. They're trying to sugarcoat this one. They didn't necessarily give him like best luck in your.
Well, I don't know if he's necessarily like an employee. So like I don't know if you can.
From what I heard, he had a contract as a performer, and that's it. But yet they had him booking the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, I guess he books the Rumble every year.
So
I wonder why it's been the total shits the last few years.
Shane's been booking it.
I never really disliked it a lot till a couple of the last few years was particularly
I thought
bad.
They squeaked in a good one though.
They might have last year, I think. But I remember there was like two in a row that were really bad.
Yeah, I do. They have had some stinkers, and this one definitely was a stinker.
Yeah, this one was just really, really boring. Maybe because they didn't listen to Shane.
You think Shane would have made him better?
Maybe. I doubt it.
No, I kind of doubt it too. It lost a lot when Patterson passed away because like that was kind of his baby. He always worked on the Rumbles, and I think he always tried to make them a pretty entertaining show. But I mean, really, I don't think it would be that hard to book a good one because I mean, if you got surprises,
I think you got to think about it. You know, you got to. It takes a little bit of work because you want all the different feuds to come together different times. So you have, you know, the face-offs, but you didn't do that a lot this year. I think is a big part why it was boring. You can't just have people come in who have no connection or anything. You know, you have the feuds connect, you know, but you can't just have them coming at the same time. So like maybe a guy's in for a few minutes, or, you know, maybe if it's a baby face, he's in there for a while, so he's a little beat down, and then the heel comes in and, you know, they face off or however you do it. And then you want to protect a couple guys that you have plans for and push them, and then you have the surprises. So I don't think it's necessarily rocket science, but at the same time, I do think it's something you want to think through and not just say just throw in whoever.
Yeah, Jack, I can't help but to look and admire our beautiful chat room here. It's just beautiful. Mike B's in there, Vic Chavot,
Mike B,
Stephen Butler.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony Uberstar, also known as Goose.
Goose is on the loose.
Patrick Howley's in there. He says hello.
Hello, Patty Howe.
Yeah, and Kids Authority. He says hello as well.
I don't know about that.
Steven Simmons says no one has the Rumble genius of Patterson.
I agree with that.
Gotta give him credit.
He would come back even when he was basically retired and booked the Rumble. It was his baby. I think Vince was against the idea originally.
You think
what would WWE be without, like, I don't know if it would ever been a success. Like he had the ideas of going global and stuff, but or national and global, but a lot of just the actual ideas were other people's.
Yeah, I always kind of think, like, whenever people say Vince McMahon's a genius, I always kind of think, is he though? Is he really? I mean, Golgo 13, he's in the chat room. Vince firing Shane tells me Vince does not think too highly of his own son. Shawn Michaels threw all kinds of fits back in the 90s. And Vince never fired him.
True. Maybe he thinks does he look at H3K and think, if only my real son was him? But then maybe some of their shenanigans would be, you know, a little more taboo, if you catch my drift. Some of the bearskin rug activities.
No. What's that about? What are you doing? Are you packing
the old in and out? Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. They were doing it.
Oh.
Allegedly. Golgo says, I think Shane should not be wrestling anymore. It always looks like he is about to have a heart attack. I've been saying that ever since he came back. Thank you, Simply Ravishing. Jack's like, the hat looks cool. Nice little snake skin. Matches the shirt.
Kind of like the Skinner tonight. The Valentine Skinner.
Exactly. I'm going to skin you alive, boy.
Oh, no. Well,
so,
Jackie,
before we go too far, special thanks for all the fine folks who have donated to help pay for the cost of the website, which is up and running now. All the shows are up to date. Mike Fink, Stephen Butler, John Brown, also known as Jobs, Jonathan Jackson, Go 13, Vic Schiavone, Luis Felipe, Steven Simmons, Don Bischoff, the nice young lass out there, and Mike Bessler.
Oh, excellent.
Thank you, fine folks. You also get thanks in the credits on the Spotify show, which we picked a great time to get the show up on Spotify.
We did.
Everyone loves Spotify right now. It's like it's a great place to be associated with.
Is there a huge backlash against those Spotify?
What are you living? Are you literally living under a rock?
I mean, people still listen to Joe Rogan, don't they?
Well, yeah, but there's also many people who won't. Well, I mean, a lot of people left the website. I mean, the people who left the website were probably not ever listening to Joe Rogan to begin with. But I know people on Facebook and on social media, and just people I know who will not use Spotify anymore, left the platform, and people who I didn't even know you could subscribe, like pay to have like I don't know what you get. I guess you don't get ads. I didn't know anyone bothered with that, but there's people who did.
YouTube does the same thing.
Yeah, but I didn't think anyone actually bothered with it. So
nobody's paying for that either.
Nope, their stocks went down.
No, so their stocks are being hurt too. Okay. So,
but in your head is here. Joe Rogan called us up. He's like, I need, your backing, which that's probably not a good thing to even joke about right now either. So I was, whatever. But I just thought it was funny. It was I guess it's been a couple months really, but relatively short amount of time that we joined Spotify. And then it's like half my friends are like, don't ever use Spotify. So,
oh yeah, there is that other thing that came up too. It was not just necessarily like his anti. I wasn't thinking about that one.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Which The Rock is some people are now anti-Rock.
Oh man.
So Rock was defending him, and then they shared with The Rock the N-word compilation, and then he's like, oh well, now I feel differently. And then people are mad at The Rock, but I was just like, I mean, we could go into that. All the N-word stuff is out of context because all of it is not like he's calling people the N-word. He is like quoting things and talking about the word itself. He's not saying you damn, whatever. The end part is a lot different when he's talking about Joe Rogan's talking about the Planet of the Apes. That's a much different thing. But the idea that a person of color would not be in favor of a guy dropping the N-word a bunch of times, to get mad at him about that is kind of bizarre to me. Like, I think that's probably a normal reaction. All right. So, yeah, Trump Jr. is trying to get The Rock canceled. But it is weird to me. It's like everyone who's not everyone, but someone who's really anti, you can't be like anti-cancel culture and then try to cancel someone. It's like cancel culture is bad unless I do it. Then it's good. I can't hear a word you're saying. You're just is Spotify coming after us right now? They're trying to silence Incher. I just heard. You're all computerized. And now I get a like a loud buzz, like a hum. Whoa. Hello, Dustin Nance. It's good to see you. Do you have a different mic? It's like making like a high pitched like dog whistle sound. Everyone's dog right now is just howling an Incher. And not because he's a sexy bitch. Well, that too, but it was the high pitched dog whistle sound. Hopefully, we get the Inchman back. When he first logged in, I couldn't hear his microphone. It was just very low, and I think his microphone may be on death's door. But hopefully, he can get him back. Maybe he can use a different microphone. Maybe he can use his phone. I don't know. Figure it out. All right. Yeah, I think Dustin's right. He's interest getting canceled for the Joe Rogan talk. So anyway, we're gonna talk about wrestling if Intra gets back. I've been thrown for a loop now. I thought we were gonna talk about all of the AEW Dynamite, maybe some Rampage. Even though I have his pin on here, I got the Danhausen pin. I'm giving this guy time to grow on me. I'm not sold. I want to like him. Seems like a nice man. I do not find him amusing. But this was given to me. It is a cool pin. Incher.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Incher.
Thank you. Is that any better?
Yep.
Okay. I'm not sure what was going on, but hopefully that solved it. But
yeah.
I was just going to say that it used to be only like TV shows got canceled, and now people are just getting canceled. So once a person,
I use the term cancel. Sometimes I'll be honest. Sometimes the phrase is just the phrase. I mean, sometimes it's just people bitching about something. That doesn't mean anyone's canceled.
Yeah.
If he actually gets thrown off, but I mean, he's not. So
yeah, it would be hard for him to let go of him right now, but like, because
I mean, it's the highest watch. They pay in the millions, and it's like
yeah.
Thing. I mean, it's definitely the biggest podcast.
And I'm sure they have a contract, and they'll probably have to honor the contract if they did get.
It's not WWE where they can just fire people.
Yeah, they just fire you for no reason. Don't have to honor their contract, but yeah.
I doubt. Gogo says Piper said the only word on the kayfabe commentaries timeline DVD. I'm sure if Piper was still alive, someone tried to cancel him today. I mean, I love Piper, but he's not. He wasn't really for years really like a mainstream person that anyone would care that much about. What would you cancel him from? You have to have a platform or something.
I think like if you're like a person who's been controversial your whole like career, you're kind of
Biden like, said the N-word. Joe Biden, our president.
Yeah.
To me, it's always how you're using it. I mean, I don't use it, but your context is important. That's why I don't like that video, because it's just taking things totally out of context.
Yeah, for sure. That is pretty bad for people to do.
The end joke is different. The planet, he's going to a black I don't know if it's a bar or whatever, and he's like saying we entered Planet of the Apes. That one was a little different.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right. Are we still doing Without Your Head? Yes, this week is Ed Begley Jr. will be on Without Your Head live this Thursday for the 40th anniversary Cat People, but we'll be talking about his career and electric cars. He was one of the first guys. He used to drive around in an all electric car. He would ride a bike. Sometimes he'd drive his electric car. People used to make fun of him. Now it's, fairly common. People have electric cars. Jason Mitten, when we drive around, maybe you didn't even realize this, Incher, it was electric car.
No, I remember like bringing it up whenever we were getting in.
Oh yeah, you were making fun of him and he spit in his face.
And then he tried to run me over. He like took off like while I was getting into the car, like he nearly ran my foot over.
Oh yeah, Kendrick. Oh yeah, well, we didn't talk about Kendrick was going to be. We were talking about, oh, that's cool. Kendrick's getting another shot, but he was gone before he even got a chance.
Speaking of canceled, he got canceled.
Yeah, I'm not. That one I don't think is. I'm surprised there's so many defenders of him on that one. talking about not even, he's like the Holocaust, they didn't really actually kill that many. He said the gas chambers were delousing chambers, not really gas chambers, and that the Allies helped like mock it up, like to make it look worse than it was, like to actually fake the mass deaths. And it was like, that's pretty bad. Like, my grandfather's in World War II. I mean, probably a lot of people listen to this show, either grandfathers or uncles or great grandfathers, depending their age.
My grandfather was in World War
so you're basically saying like they were liars and like, set up the well, I don't even understand why, but like they would set up
some conspiracy theories. I like, they have like no evidence, but yet they go full steam ahead with the conspiracy theory, and it's like, or they just makes things up.
Yeah,
like facts do not matter, and they just like, I mean, like a lot of people who talk about like the moon landing and all that, and like, it's just like, do you know like how like there's people who died trying to get to the moon,
Oh yeah, and we had a race with other countries and stuff, and
it's like, when Buzz Aldrin, he got mad because somebody was like confronting him about that, and he nearly punched him, or getting so. It's like, who could blame the man? I mean, he put his ass on the line and shot himself into outer space in a tin can, and here's the person in front of him saying,
"Yes, hey, who's never done anything." Who's sitting, sitting in their room on their computer, like, well, I saw on Reddit that it was. It's like, yeah.
I mean, who could blame him for getting upset?
Yeah, I was gonna say that stuff is kind of harmless, but not to someone who actually did it. But like his stuff about lizard people and a hollow earth, like that's stupid. Like if anyone really believes this stuff, it's stupid, but whatever. But I mean, I wouldn't want a guy on my show was a Holocaust denier or Holocaust revisioner, or whatever you want to call it. I wouldn't. You can't really have that person on your show.
And why?
It's not like he's The Rock. He's Brian Kendrick.
What if The Rock was going around saying stuff like that?
I mean, I wouldn't want The Rock on my show either, but I'm not saying that the least, because I wouldn't want anyone. But if it's someone huge, you'd at least say you'd at least have a little bit of understanding, like, oh well, they can't, they want to keep guys that level get away with stuff. I'm not saying that's good or not. But a guy's never been on the show and hasn't really done anything for a decade. Like, it's like, we got to keep Brian Kendrick no matter what. It's like, I wouldn't want to see him on the show knowing that.
Patrick Howell, he's in the chat room and he says, I need my Geraldine. I blame Goosey. Goosey triggered him on this one. Damn it, Goosey. Because I seen Goosey earlier. He was working on me. But yeah.
Pogo says Piper got canceled from wrestling, but I mean, what was he doing? He just make an appearance now and then. He said about canceled. Hogan, but Hogan after that he was he hosted WrestleMania. So.
Yeah. He did host WrestleMania. He's still around. And I mean, I don't know.
I mean, he's an old man. He ain't gonna go out there. If he could still actively wrestle, he'd probably be wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he could if he were, but I'm saying if it would have been like the 90s or something, if he would be like 45, I'm sure someone would still have him on wrestling somewhere. All right. AEW Dynamite Inch Daddy. Oh, by the way, Inch Daddy, that's from Buff Daddy. Buff Daddy said that he wants to do a death match this year.
A death match? Do you think he can handle a death match right now? He was in pretty rough shape last time I seen him.
Well, I think honestly,
he was in a car wreck.
Yeah, I think doing death match is technically easier on your joints and stuff. So he's not going to, the only thing with the head trauma, so maybe not chair shots, but just bleeding profusely is not necessary. It'll mess your skin up, but it's not going to be hard. Like you're not taking bumps. So in a way that could, it's probably not going to be as physically rough. But I don't think he's a guy who would want to who would want to tear up his face.
No, I mean, I don't think the people at Cowboys for Angels would like that either.
Maybe his idea is a death match is he wants to just cut other people up. Take no bumps and not bleed.
He's like, here's my idea. I'll just hit you with the light tube, and then
he'll be the ultimate warrior of the hardcore.
While you're selling that, I'm going to stab you with it.
Exactly.
John Brown, Jobs, he's in the chat room. Welcome, Jobs. He says, "What's up?" Chicken butt. That's what's up.
What's up? But also, Jonathan Jackson's boy, Nick Gage, signed the first ever GCW contract.
Oh my!
They're saying the first and likely last time they'll sign someone to a contract.
Then what's the point of having do they have a roster that's already signed contracts, or
I don't think anyone's under contract. That's a true independent wrestling with it. That's kind of in theory what Ring of Honor will be if it comes back. Is the guys won't be under contract. They'll bring in guys, paying per appearance. Yeah. The problem with that is if anyone really takes off, other companies would sign them.
Mm-hmm. They still have a show that it looked like they're playing like old clips, and I think they even had like CM Punk saying some stuff.
Yeah, they haven't filmed a new taping since that last show, and I don't think they're going to till April. No, okay. I saw they announced their Hall of Fame, and they're putting like Daniel Bryan, Brian Danielson, and some people in the Briscoes. I'm surprised the Briscoes haven't popped up on AEW or somewhere yet.
Yeah. It seems like that's where they were going, but it hasn't happened yet. So,
Mike Whitcomb, Gage versus Buff, the showdown everyone has been waiting for.
Damn, man, let's get it done.
Get her done.
GFW, are you going to try to actively follow the promotion, or are you just?
Do they have shows besides the pay-per-view? I actually did enjoy that show. I am a Meltzer fan. I do think sometimes it's kind of, I'll make fun of him a little bit, but not in a mean spirit way. But I will say, I hate to say someone outright lied, but what he said was completely untrue. And he said that in his review of GCW, he said the crowd wasn't into the matches. And you cannot like the matches. That's fine, because I would understand that it's not technically good wrestling. I don't necessarily care about that. If it's fun and the crowd is into it, but the crowd was so into it. It's not even like a debate. It's not like an opinion. One person thought the crowd was into it, someone else didn't. The crowd was into that show. That's what made that show.
Yeah.
So to say they weren't into it, that's just not truth.
Tyler Stevens, he's here with truer words have never been spoken. He says, IYH #1 show. Then Glogos 13 says IYH Ichiban.
#1. Ha.
Yeah, I don't know. GFW has a show or not, but
GCW.
I really don't know. I haven't watched a show that you ordered, but I guess if you can just order up their stuff on Bleacher Report or what was that? Fight Network?
Fight, yeah. I added to the Roku channel on my the Roku. And they also sent me 20 free credits, which you can the show is $25 and I could have paid for it 25 credits, I think it was. Oh no, they sent me 12 free credits. So I guess you get 2 shows, you could get a free one. My brother buys the New Japan pay-per-views off of it.
Steven Simmons, he says Jay Briscoe made Twitter posts in the past that some may see cancel worthy.
Yeah, I mean that's why they didn't get their WWE deal.
They used to come out with then they have like bandanas with rebel flags on it and stuff. And
I mean, the greatest mind in the biz used to paint his face with the rebel flag.
See, I think you just putting him over like that could even possibly lead to you being canceled.
So yeah, but he himself isn't. He's the guy who did it.
Only time will tell, Jack. It could possibly happen in the future. In the future,
Conan?
Mm-hmm.
All the way in the year 2000. In the year 2000. In the year 2000.
Didn't they have to change it to another year?
No, that's what made it. That actually is what made it funny because I kept doing it long after the 2000.
Is he still doing TBS?
No, he left. He's just doing podcasts now.
Oh. Who could blame him?
But a lot of wrestlers have used Rebel Flag, though. I mean, that's definitely not unique to them.
Yeah, Steven Simmons says their shorts were Rebel Flags too.
Golgo has a Rebel Flag tramp stamp.
No, he doesn't. Don't say that about our Golgo. He's such a fine young man.
And then right above it says heritage, not hate.
Oh, come on now, Jack.
So I'm going to say this. This is the kind of wrestling I like. Huge fan of the CM Punk MJF match. Big thumbs up for me. This is wrestling I like. Old school wrestling. They were doing. I mean, he gets pops for a body slam. Did an old school choke, like kind of a lame for an object spot, but it actually worked. It got a huge reaction from the crowd. It was like I was watching 80s wrestling. I loved it. It was like almost an hour match. It didn't seem long to me. This is what I like.
The false finish with the bad tape that you're speaking of. It really did make me think that the match could be over. And I was like, oh man, they're really going to end it like that? Yeah,
I was shocked. And sometimes I'm against the restarting, but I actually think it worked in that case. They did it right in front of him. He opens the arm, the tape drops out. I used to see this a lot in the 80s. Perfect. It's an easy spot. You're not hurting yourself doing that, and you get a big reaction. You probably get a big reaction than doing a big dive and possibly breaking your arm or something. Why not do it? Not everyone's probably going to get it. You have to have charisma and stuff to do that, but it totally worked. Very, very fun match to me. And I'm still shocked that Punk got pinned at the end.
But the finish was done pretty well, I thought, with Wardlow coming down and staring in CM Punk's face. You didn't see the handoff.
Yeah.
The camera made sure not to show it and all that until the end, and then they showed you the recap.
That was perfect because they didn't give it away, but then the replay really puts it over then.
Wardlow handed MJF the ring, and MJF punched CM Punk with it, and it was good stuff.
I like these teases of heel and babyface turns that don't necessarily come to fruition, because I think in real storytelling that's what you do. If you foreshadow that someone's going to turn heel or babyface, and they always do, then it gives it away. But if they might not, it's just like, And then eventually he probably will down the road, but it keeps people like guessing, is this the night that Wardlow turns? And then everyone assumed he's gonna turn on MJ in this match. But no, he's still with MJF. It makes you hate MJF that much more.
And you did kind of wonder, like, while he was down there, because he could tell he was kind of upset with MJF, and then he's getting in CM Punk's face, and you're like, why is this guy even down here? And then they show it at the end, and it's like, oh, okay, that's great. That's pretty good stuff.
I think it was Rampage, or it might have been both shows. Rampage. I thought Adam Cole gave a great promo.
Saying he wants to go for the belt.
I like this. He put himself over. I like that he's ignored. It makes sense storyline too. He lost the unsanctioned match, so technically it's not a loss. So I like the heel taking that that easy out, saying I didn't actually lose. He is correct technically, but it's also like bypassing a match where you actually lost. I like that. I do think MJF should be getting the title shot, but I assume we haven't seen the last MJF Punk match. Is what I think.
I would think that CM Punk would be livid and want MJF once again. So.
Yeah. So I would like to see you have Adam Cole go for the title. He doesn't win it. While you're doing that, you're building up the MJF Punk feud. The winner of that then goes for the title.
Mm-hmm. But tomorrow night it's going to be Adam Page versus
Archer.
Murder Hawk.
Yeah,
Lance Archer.
I think the Murder Hawk match is totally fine for a Dynamite show. It wasn't big enough for a pay-per-view, I don't think, but it's totally fine for an Adam Page title. I assume he'll win. I don't see Archer winning.
I don't see why Dan, what's his name?
Yeah, I don't
see why he needs to be
involved.
Shows
I don't like at all.
Yeah. I don't see why he needs to be involved with that storyline at all. I mean, is Jake not wanting to do a lot of the mic work, or
I don't know. I don't need to see more of him. I like Jake, but Dan Lambert. I don't like Dan Lambert at all. But he's on multiple segments, which I definitely don't want to see. And it's very weird because he's a heel that everyone hates, but yet he's also in a feud with Brandy and Cody that everyone hates. And so you're supposed to cheer him in that. That's bad. That's bad stuff. I love AEW, but not everything's great. That to me is the big problem on the show is anything with Lambert, especially to have him a baby face in one segment and a heel in another segment.
Yeah, the Cody stuff I'm not liking because it's
going on too long now.
Yeah, and he's just bringing up I won't turn heel and all that. And it's you don't need to bring that to the forefront on the program that you're watching, I mean,
that would be like if you're watching Lord of the, I don't know, any show, Breaking Bad or something, and the actual guys on the show saying like, I'm not going to go villain. I'm going to become the hero in this episode. It sounds stupid.
Yeah.
It's the same as calling the show sports entertainment on WWE. It sounds stupid.
They need to get away from that. And I know Cody was like putting himself over in the past, saying like he was there without a contract and all that. I mean,
yeah, no one believes. I guess some people do, but I don't know. Like no. I at no time think he's gonna pop up on Raw. So when they keep saying this stuff, it just comes off like pointless to me.
Do you think it really bothers him that he's being booed when he's trying to be a face?
I think to some degree. I think he's now accepted it. I think Brandy's worse because the Cody, there's times where I'm not sure if it bothers Cody or if he's going to stay babyface or if it's all a swerve to the eventual heel turn, which I think that's it is. But there's sometimes I'm guessing the Brandy stuff was clear. She's trying to be a heel.
Yeah.
Because she's not a good performer.
The thing with Cody, though, it's like they gave him the TNT belt, and you would have thought that would have been like a turn to be a heel. And I'm fine spreading out a little bit, but at this point, you just do it. It's too long. And then it makes no sense putting him in there with another heel. Then it's just people boo both guys, or they might cheer the heel on that segment, but then you're supposed to hate him on the other segment. When he's fighting Sammy, it's perfect because the crowd's supposed to be for Sammy. He's a babyface. Yeah. And they're really putting over Jay Lethal being undefeated in the ring, but he was defeated on Rampage. I
disagree with Steven here. Steven says that I think putting Lambert out there with Brandy was supposed to get the fans to cheer Brandy. I don't agree because what Brandy said was clearly, she was clearly being a heel there in that segment, though. Like she was being a fake baby face. What are you saying? I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just saying that Ricky Starks, he beat.
Oh, that was a good match.
Yeah, he beat Jay Lethal.
That was a really good match.
Putting Jay Lethal over as being undefeated. So I guess that is unpredictable, though, whenever, because if that was WWE and they're like, this guy's undefeated, you wouldn't expect him to lose so quickly.
Yeah. And it was a competitive match. And he is one of the young guys that they want to do something. So I didn't have an issue with that. It's good. Honestly, the only thing and it's not even that I dislike Nyla Rose a lot, but I do think Nyla Rose beating Soho wasn't good, because Soho had momentum when she came in. People really loved her, and they haven't really been doing much with Nyla Rose. And I think if you have her lose, I'm totally fine with her losing the title match versus Britt Baker. And if they really wanted Jane Cargill to be their woman, and that her winning, but then you have her, then the match after that she loses. I don't know. I think you're going to start losing her with the crowd, and I think they had a star there.
Yeah. They definitely should, use her to the best they can. I mean,
and I'm not saying go undefeated. No one ever beat you, but this is, I see the 2 title shot matches you lose, but this one I think is a mistake.
And it is true. She does have some momentum behind her, and they are building their women's division into something. So, I mean, for a while there, it seemed like it wasn't on the level with WWE's, but I think they are kind of coming around.
Yeah, and I think they've teased about bringing some more people in, so we'll see. They have a core group of people, and Britt Baker's really a great personality.
Yeah.
Soho's really over. I would try to keep her strong.
I wasn't crazy about her saying like she signed the check that was coming from Jade Cargill to Mercedes Martinez whenever, like, because I guess they had a storyline going on with them, but now they're making it like Britt Baker's storyline. I'm like, that's kind of
I don't think I paid attention to that part.
Yeah, I mean, it was just on Rampage, and she mentioned like that she's signing the check that Mark Sterling gave her.
Oh, see, I don't like any of the Matt Sterling. I think that guy's terrible.
Yeah. So, but they're like making that storyline into the Britt Baker storyline, and I think that seems kind of weak. That they're
I don't like that guy
together.
I hate the Matt Hardy and Andrade stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I wouldn't put like people. I was really disappointed to see Darby Allin is going to be like, I wouldn't put anyone that's really over in a feud with the Matt Hardy people, because that group's death. Like anyone who's involved in that's just like, it's just a complete guys that were over, like Private Party. They're with that group and they're just nothing.
He came out to save Sammy, but you would have thought like Sammy would have buddies there to like back him up when he. Like, I think even Jericho was at the announce table saying that he was going to run down and save him if he had to. So,
Kids Authority said so is Strong and Dark. I'm going to be honest, that means really almost nothing to the show.
I don't know why I can't gear myself to watch Dark, because it's like I just don't want to go to YouTube and
it's too much.
Show.
It's the WWE stuff got too. I didn't like it anyway, but it also got to the point where it's just too much to watch. I like AEW. Sometimes I don't even really look forward to Rampage, but the last couple Rampages have been good shows, and it's only an hour. But then you add another whole other. It's like I don't want to spend like 8 hours a week watching the AEW.
Yeah.
And everything on there is really meaningless. It's just matches, which is fine. It's almost like I used to love WCW Saturday Night TBS show, but when Nitro really took off, that show was not important to watch. It might have been just fun to watch some matches and stuff, but it didn't become important at all. It was really unimportant.
Galgo 13, he says the Inner Circle should break up tomorrow.
Yeah, I agree, but I don't think they will, because Jericho did an interview or he said on his podcast that he wanted to break them up, but Khan didn't want to.
No.
I don't think he would even. It's probably not even something you should say at all right now.
Yeah, it's still going and everything.
While it's an ongoing storyline,
Maybe he was trying to throw us off the scent. Maybe that's what's going to happen.
I think if you break it up now, it's like it's not that big of a deal. They should have broke it up when they were still like on TV all the time together, because you barely ever see them until they just brought up Proud and Powerful. You know, it's almost like they kind of brought them back together to break them up. It would have been more impactful if you broke them up when they were still going. A cohesive group.
I'm not necessarily.
This is wrong. Lexar says every AEW mark watches everything AEW, but I mean, we literally just said neither of us watch Dark, so that's not correct at all.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about the Eddie Kingston storyline where he's like trying to break them up with the Inner Circle.
I actually like that because I think they're much better together. Eddie Kingston and I think they go together a lot better. Eddie Kingston and Ortiz and Santana. That'd be a much better group. I never thought they really connected with Jericho.
Yeah. Is that because
I don't like
Trump
the face
supporter?
paint. I don't really dig the face paint. I didn't mind it when they used it once in a while, but I don't know. It's fine if like, okay, we're in a big match and we put it on. I'm fine with that. But I don't think they're a team that really matches using the face paint. And also they're doing the black and white when you have Darby and Sting that do the same color scheme. So if you are going to do it, you should probably do a different color. I don't know. It just looks kind of lame.
I think when they do it, though, they're trying to like.
But they do it every time now.
Like a dead president's kind of thing, like bringing that up, but that movie that was back in the 90s. So I think Mark Henry should be on Dynamite so he can say it's time for the main event. That's Chicago 13.
You should bring him on WWE main event.
You can't bring him on WWE. He's got to AEW.
Got to open the forbidden door. Okay, the forbidden door thing. It was cool when they brought in guys under contract to New Japan, but they're saying someone else is coming, and they're saying a lot of people are saying it's Keith Lee and stuff, which I'm fine if you sign Keith Lee. You know, I'm not necessarily a big fan, but you can't just use the forbidden door on everyone you sign.
Yeah.
If someone's not actively in another promotion, it's not the forbidden door. You just sign a new guy.
So Keith Lee is signing with
it's not
AEW?
It's not. I don't know if he is or not, but some people are hinting that they think that'll be the guy. I think if you say the forbidden door, it has to be someone that's currently signed to another promotion. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah. You can't use that term for somebody who isn't with another promotion, which Mickie James was because she was with Impact.
Right.
So
Oberstar thinks it's Jeff Hardy. That's another guy. The term doesn't make sense because he's been fired from WWE.
I think it's possible Jeff Hardy, but like you say, that he is gone from WWE. I think Jeff does want to join up with Matt.
Yeah, they're wrestling together in Massachusetts. They're doing the Hardy Brothers Tour 2022. Their first match back together. I think it's in March 12th.
Excellent.
If they are going to do that, they should really disband this Matt Hardy gimmick right now. Because
maybe that's what they're trying to work into.
You can't put him with this shit.
Maybe that's with Andrade. Maybe Andrade's going to get upset with Matt and then kind of oust him from his position.
I'm going to be honest.
Over a lot of this stuff to me.
I gave him a shot. Andrade to me is nothing. You could easily get ready to cut him. I don't think he adds anything to the show. You have so many stars that you can't use on the show as is, and other guys that you could potentially hire. He's dead weight. Get rid of him.
I think he's a very talented wrestler.
Yeah, but there's endless talented wrestlers, but he doesn't connect to the crowd.
I did like there was a segment where his interpreter was like he kind of did like some sort of shuffle or something. Well, they did a backstage vignette, and I thought
I like
pretty
getting
funny.
paid big money. I don't. I think he's a waste.
Probably is.
Send him packing.
Maybe they want to keep him around so he can bring Charlotte in.
I don't think that's happening.
Never happened.
I don't think so.
She's got a lot of heat in WWE.
Yeah, but it's one of the few people they actually like and push.
I think Vince is senile now. He might just start firing people he doesn't know who they are.
They probably think she does one out. That's why they push her. They don't like people who want to be there. They like people who don't want to be there.
That makes no sense. But I understand what you mean. Yeah.
Andrade's a heel. Why would he connect to the crowd? Everyone has to connect to the crowd. If you're a heel and you have no connection to the crowd and they don't care about you, then you're nothing. You're pointless. Then no one cares about seeing anyone beat you or anything. Everyone everyone who's anything has to have a connection to the crowd.
Mm-hmm. Patrick Howell, he believes Bad Bunny is a comedy part. I don't know. I think Bad Bunny's just there because he's a celebrity and WWE wants to capitalize on it, even though I have no clue who
I don't either, but apparently he sells a lot of stuff. I know Geraldine and Jonathan Jackson, they're all about it. So.
Mm-hmm. Like if it wasn't for wrestling, I'd have no clue who Bad Bunny was.
Oh, I had no idea who he was either.
Yeah. But hey, I guess I'm not exactly
I didn't know who the Weeknd was either on the Super Bowl halftime last year. I think it was
I did know the Weeknd because he was featured on the movie with Adam Sandler.
I don't like Adam Sandler movies.
You liked the one, you mentioned it. The I'm forgetting Uncut Gems.
Oh, the Gems. Yeah, that was Uncut Gems.
Yeah. He was featured in that. Yeah, because his girlfriend, they went to a show and that was the Weeknd, and like she got with him during that. If you were his girl that was on the side.
Yeah, I saw. I don't know. I know they had some Celtics in it.
Yeah. Excellent. But I'm guessing the Forbidden Door announcement tomorrow is in reference to a Japanese wrestler, since no one is under contract in ROH. Well, yeah, and
my brother thinks it's Jay White.
It's very possible.
I like him as long as it's not that old man who does the terrible slaps.
Suzuki.
Yeah, fuck that old fucker.
Suzuki Gun. Maybe it'll be Zack Sabre Jr. so you can see why I hate him.
I'll probably watch me like, yeah.
I love him because Intro hates him.
He's one of my brother's favorites.
I don't know. He comes out and he's like he made a run into a battle royal and he instantly slapped somebody into like a submission move.
It would be funny if you just went up and he just like wrapped you up in a hold and you're like, let me go.
I'm pretty sure I could power out of it.
I doubt it.
He doesn't look very powerful. He really doesn't look very strong at all, honestly.
I think he's one of the strongest men in the world. I don't know who he is, to be honest.
He doesn't even eat meat. He's like a vegan. I mean,
neither does Harry Smith Jr.
Harry Smith Jr. doesn't eat meat. He's a vegan.
Yep. I think Brian Danielson.
I think he does eat meat now. I think he switched, or he might still be a vegan.
I've eaten vegan.
You ate a vegan? Why'd you do that, Jack?
It's vegan to eat a vegan if they give you the okay. That's actually true. It's very bizarre. You could it's
kind of like that.
It's all about permission.
That's that weird rule for vampires. Like if you invite them in, they can just always come in.
Exactly. Maybe vegans are modern vampires.
Yeah.
Because some of the stuff's weird because they won't eat honey because you don't have permission from the bees. But I don't think you actually are hurting the bees, like especially if you raise the bees. And they won't eat milk from the cow because you don't have permission from the cow. But I don't know if you're raising the cow and you treat it well, you're not like mean to it. I don't see why that would be a big deal.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of an asshole move on the cow if they're like, "Hey, what the fuck? That's my milk."
Yeah, what are they gonna do with it?
Yeah, after you gave him like all the grass he wants to eat and just a nice shelter and everything.
Yeah, you gotta pull your weight, cow.
It's like
that actually is true though. That's nature and man working together. Mm-hmm. As long as you're not like whipping the cow and being an asshole to the cow, I don't think it hurts the cow to milk it.
So are the vegans working on means of communications with some of these animals so we can ask for their permission?
No, I know there was like there's some kind of I don't know where they are, some kind of Asian like monks or whatever, and they're considered vegan, but they drink cow milk because their cows though are like not sacred to them, but they're like part of like the family. They they're I don't say pets, they're like with them. But then there's like the hardcore vegans who don't consider them vegan because they drink the milk, but they're like part of the group. So I don't get
it. Galgo 13, he brings up he remembers seeing Jay White wrestle for Ring of Honor.
I've seen Jay White live.
The Headyverse may remember that he was one of my picks for a big new up and comer.
Oh, really? So, I like him. I've seen live. Good wrestler.
On the Headies a couple years ago, but looks like I was right about that one. But anyways, Jackie Jones.
Yes.
I think, have we talked to all the AEW topics that we can talk about?
I think so.
Do you think we need a little shot, a little booster, a little Raw report?
Raw report. They've been demanding it. They didn't get it last week.
They've been
demanding it in the chat. There's been more demands for the Raw report is up there with Geraldine. The Headyverse is horny for the Raw report intro.
They're pretty hard. Here comes Steven with his big dick energy.
Whoa.
He is going to deliver that Raw report like nobody's business.
Did you know, Incher?
Yeah.
Feet. That is not true. The bigger feet means a bigger ding dong. That's not accurate. What the one body part that is accurate to the length of your penis, the nose. That is the most accurate thing. Guys with long noses are much more likely to have a big penis. The feet, it cannot. It's not always accurate, but the nose is the most accurate body part to the length of the penis.
Well, that was some great information that I never asked for. So.
Well, you were talking about big dick energy, so I'd like to let you know that anyone with big nose, I got a pretty big nose. Just putting it out there, and sure, if anyone wants to be my Valentine. All right. Raw report and Goose is loose. Goosey.
I'll be your Valentine, Jack.
Oh, well, thank you.
Oh wow, yeah.
I'm giving this guy a shot. I'm not sold on him, but I want to like him.
Dan Housen.
Not entertaining me at all, I have to admit, but I'm giving him a shot.
Well, has he even done a promo or anything?
No, he just walked. Honestly, the first show when he just popped up did make me laugh. But his tweets like Mittens, like this is the most hilarious thing I've ever heard in my life. And he called he said Brian Samuelson. And I was like, I don't even get it. And the big joke was that he called Brian Danielson Brian Samuelson. And I was like, I don't know. I'm not like 7 years old. It's not like hilarious joke to me.
I don't get it either.
Yeah,
I think the voice is kind of his voice is kind of funny. I'll give him that.
We'll give him a shot. But
all I gotta say about
loving
Danhausen is that damn Jay Brown on YouTube who was interviewing him, Chris Van Vliet guy or whatever the hell his name.
Oh yeah, that guy's a jamoke.
He is a jamoke, and he had him already with his face paint off. He's like taking away all his mystique.
Breaking the kayfabe.
Yeah, and it's like, come on, I've just learned who this guy was, and now I already know what he looks like without his face paint. What the hell's up with that, you asshole? So, biggest asshole on YouTube. Him and somebody else.
Oh, those fuckers. Fuck them all. But you got a love in your head. So hit that like button. Smash the like button. And tell your buddies subscribe. We've actually going up in subscribers. We're not losing everybody like last year. Made me think, though, maybe at the end of the year, I did think this. I'm not trying to make excuses. It could be that they go through and delete all the dead accounts. It could also have been something. But anyway, subscribe to In Your Head.
Subscribe.
The nose knows. Songman is here as well for the Raw Report. Songman. All right.
Should we get some thoughts before we go to the Raw Report? Like, some people, some callers might want to share some of their thoughts.
Do it up, Inch. Ask for the thoughts.
Stevens first.
You mean THOUGHT, not the THOTS.
Oh, so should we muse about Ronda Rousey getting a talking to, or congratulate Keith Lee and Mia Yim on getting married?
Congratulations on the wedding.
Yes.
Congratulations. That's the Bearcat. He's getting married.
Yep. But apparently,
got a fat nose.
Talking to this week about her appearance on Raw. She had a better one on SmackDown. But apparently, I guess they were kind of sour on her promo, and apparently, it takes the fans a little too personal. Their reaction to her,
but they've given her a good reaction on the Rumble. Why would she be pissed? She's still pissed about before. If you're still pissed about before, don't come back. This is the thing, though. They had a built-in storyline. Her last match was all shenanigans. They did it, it could have been the ref's fault. People thought it was an angle. Apparently it was the ref's fault. She kicked out or whatever. So you have another shot to rectify the terrible Becky Lynch heel turn. You bring back Ronda Rousey as a heel. The people want to boo her. You turn Becky Lynch back face. The fans want to cheer her. Ronda Rousey saying, I got cheated in my last match. I should still be the champion. You have a perfectly built feud. Boom. Becky Lynch defending the title versus Ronda Rousey. It's been built up for 2 years now. You could show the footage, even say like, hey, look right here. She has an honest gripe. Let's see who the real champ is. Boom. You right the wrong of turning Becky heel when they want to like her, and boom, you have a heel Ronda, because they're going to end up booing her even if they're cheering her at the moment. Built right in, bam, and a legit main event.
And it would make sense, but they're not going to do it because it would make sense. Jackie Jones.
Then you have two people the fans are going to both boo.
Jackie Jones.
Yes.
Did you know Geraldine was spicy?
Oh.
That's what Patrick Howell shares.
Muy caliente.
Mm-hmm. Kids Authority. He's answering.
Burn my tongue.
11 p.m. I don't know why he's bringing up 11 p.m.
I had a dentist appointment today.
You do?
I did.
Yeah. Good report. Any cavities? You been flossing?
Well, I went in because I thought I had an abscessed tooth. And it's a fractured tooth. It's fractured all the way to the bone into the jaw.
That's not good.
She was shocked that I was not in intense pain. And so like we're gonna prioritize to get that tooth fixed. We got to get fixed right away. I was like, all right, let's do it. She's like, all right. And she's like, are you free May 17th? I'm thinking, wow, that's really some high priority. 3 months from now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they're like, we'll schedule for cleaning. It was like in October. I'm like, okay, whatever. What's the year away?
So you saw right through her bullshit then.
I'm not in any pain, so that's good. Yeah. Hopefully I'm not, by then either.
Goosey, my man, you called in next. I'm sure you got some thoughts, some wrestling thoughts on your mind.
I have some news.
Oh yeah. Goosey news.
To back off the Raw report, Raw was on Sci-Fi Network this week in the United States.
Yeah, it was.
Was the Winter Olympics.
And
the ratings have come out and they are record lows in every category.
Well, just wait for the report. You'll see why.
Did they work in an ECW zombie or anything to like make the sci-fi fans happy?
Well, wait until the Raw report and Stephen Butler will tell you if they do.
Okay, I'm jumping.
What would be a good like Sharknado type wrestler in WWE?
John Tinto was the Shark, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, mix him with Kerry Von Erich. The Texas Tentato.
I don't think that
works. All right.
Who was next? Lexar? I think Lexar was next, wasn't it? Then we'll get to you, Songman. But any idea, any wrestling topics you want to talk about?
Back to the Raw report, but Raw did beat AEW.
Are you taking the Raw report from Steven?
No, I'm just saying,
trying to steal your Raw report, Steven.
The Raw ratings are in, and from what it says, it beat Dynamite and Rampage in the key demos.
So Raw on Sci-Fi is beating Dynamite? Can you even count it, though? Because Dynamite hasn't happened this week yet.
Yeah.
Maybe Dynamite for this week will be better because you got a title match on Dynamite.
I was supposed to go to tomorrow night's Dynamite in Atlantic City, but I changed my plans.
Why?
Wow.
You gotta sit home and jerk off instead?
No, I'm going to SmackDown in Brooklyn in March.
Dude, that's not gonna be nearly as fun. You've told us how much fun you had at the AEW shows.
You're taking WWE over AEW?
It's closer. You know how far it is from my hometown of Newark, New Jersey?
My hometown. My hometown.
All right, I'll let it slide this time, Lexar. I'm letting it slide, okay? I'm letting it slide because I like your face and you're a good kid. You come here, speak to us. You do your Vince McMahon impression and you're a good guy.
Pepe Poteet says Geraldine is the one that told me about the podcast and how I discovered you. Well, thank you, Geraldine, and welcome aboard, Pepe Poteet. By the way, if you super chat tonight, $20 or more, you can get yourself a personalized 8-bit Sprite, which I think I showed this last week, but just so you guys see, this is Steven Simmons, who won the Royal Rumble contest. This was his prize. He is here in the middle of the Royal Rumble ring.
Awesome.
Is everyone chants in your head here in the crowd? Nice. We got some in your head legends outside the ring. Boom. All right.
Songman, you got any wrestling topics you would like to discuss real quick?
one breaking news after missing last week. I did get all the predictions right for this one because I was expecting this to be a UFC show, and this officially was. And I was just surprised when we had the debut of Ashley. She won number 30 for this one, so this wasn't such a hard one to predict because I was really intrigued by this, but I definitely have to take Steven because I know exactly what we talked about a couple of weeks ago being the same, why this failed. And he'll get into it the way the first style was.
Yeah, we got to get the Raw report, and then everybody can get everything out. Everybody can get everything out. But first,
report.
Goosey, you settle down.
Did you get any words from Steven, or you just, from Vic?
That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Yeah,
you're interrupting me when I'm trying to go to Vic.
Seemed like you were going right to the Raw report to me, but
Goosey, I was telling Goosey to stop chanting for the Raw report so we can get the Vic.
You're just getting everybody hyped.
Exactly.
Goosey doesn't get hyped; he stays hyped.
Oh gosh, I forgot about that guy.
Why did anyone vote for him? Everybody's like they want Braun Strowman to come back. Where was all the love from the headies for wanting
Mojo Rawley
to come back? Maybe that's the forbidden door. Mojo Rawley.
Him and Rob Gronkowski will show up.
Yeah, he's probably going to retire again. Brady's gone. And Gronk. All right, Vic Schiavone, what is on your mind?
During the headies, you could vote for the wrestler that you most wanted just to go to the house. And my vote was for Goldberg.
Oh,
that wasn't who was selected, but I'm sitting there watching SmackDown, watching Paul Heyman cut a great promo, and who shows up out of nowhere to challenge at Blood Money but Goldberg.
I was surprised. I did not expect that to happen. So
I'm gonna have Vic Schiavone predict my immediate future here because everything. He predicted getting Kelly in the Royal Rumble.
Yeah,
now he's predicting.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
There's something no one predicted. That's WWE re-signed the Boogeyman.
They re-signed the Boogeyman?
Yeah.
Oh no.
I think it's because I was, putting it out there that I have a really good idea for merchandise for the guy.
Raw report.
We'll get back to this.
Boney, I think you should maybe change the name to Old Bug now to Gold Bug because he's always getting the gold bug.
Well, of course, it's Saudi Arabia time, so Goldberg is coming around.
They say the Prince is a big fan of 90s wrestling, and that's like the people he knows.
Oh, okay.
AEW, they could probably get in there and say, hey, we got Sting.
Well, didn't he once ask for Umaga to show up at a show and they had to?
I think he asked for Yokozuna.
Oh, that was it.
That's why they had the fake sumo guy. They were like, he won't know. Just put a sumo guy out there. So bad. They need a fake Stone Cold.
Yeah,
maybe that's why he held the plane up so he could examine and see if that was the real Yokozuna.
Well, if The Rock does get canceled, maybe the Prince will get a Rock appearance here. If he gets canceled from the movies, they'll bring him in for the Saudi shows. All right, Raw report.
Raw report.
Well, I am prepared to give you the Raw report. Thank you.
Excellent.
The opening segment, 20 minutes, was the Quiz Bowl, the very first Alpha Academy Academic Challenge Quiz Bowl. RK Bro and Chad Gable and Otis, hosted by Kevin Patrick, this guy that they hired to do commentary, to do interviews.
He's the ball dude.
Patrick. That might be the first time this week that I've actually remembered his name, and Otis's for that matter. But so this is in the ring.
Is this when he was wearing the scuba like wetsuit that I saw on Facebook?
Yes.
For a quiz show?
No. That was for
that was last week.
The bike, the scooter race that they were having. That was so he would be more.
Is this show real?
The fuck are we watching?
It's as real as it gets.
So this quiz show, go on, Steve. I'm sorry.
So they announced that the very first hour of tonight's Raw or last night's Raw was commercial free. But Inter probably got a big old heart on for that.
Well, I hadn't seen it yet, so
Inter's like he's voting for Kevin. What's his name? Kevin Patrick. He's going to vote him president next year in 2024.
Well, the commercial-free Raw was a thing of beauty, that's for sure.
But I should warn you, the first 45 minutes of the first hour of this commercial-free Raw had only one wrestling match.
Well, we can interrupt the quiz show.
So for 20 minutes, we got a quiz show to open up Monday Night Raw. Kevin Patrick was asking these questions, and the wrestlers could choose the categories. And actually, I got to put these back on again.
Lexar was loving it. I could tell by his face.
So you had Chad Gable. He chose like presidents. Which of course he's a college graduate, so they asked him, well, which president was a college graduate? He got the answer right.
Which president was a college graduate, Jack? There were probably a lot of them.
Probably all of them.
Yeah.
You got
I don't know. Maybe some of the early ones weren't.
Yeah.
Did college even exist during George Washington's days?
Oh yeah, but
or Abe
he
Lincoln?
probably was, but probably some of the maybe Lincoln. No, I bet he was too.
But anyway, it would take me forever to recap all of this. But they were going back and forth, and you could actually steal. This was in this contest. You could actually steal from the other guys. I did kind of like
Ronda Jackson. I'm sorry, Raw Report.
So I did like Randy Orton picking cartoons. He had to answer a question about the Ninja Turtles. I just kind of laughed at that, but and of course Chad Gable was outraged that they had such an answer. But anyway, Chad Gable himself again. So they lose. Of course, the Alpha Academy loses, but Chad Gable he was answering a question about Shakespeare and a Shakespeare plays, and Otis was basically answering the question right, or he was trying to answer the question, but Gable kept telling him to shush. And he guesses the wrong, of course, he guesses the wrong play, and RK Bro get to steal it, and they get it right. So
I will have to put Gable over for using the shush line, because I believe he stole that from a fine film back in the days. One that I know that I'm going to be criticized for liking, but Encino Man. It's a fine film.
I'm not shocked that that's one of your favorite movies.
But Jackie Jones, he's never bothered to watch it. So
I'll be honest, I've not seen it.
He's going to hate on it.
Maybe it's great. Maybe I've not seen it.
Greatest film ever made.
Jack, let's put you in the position of Chad Gable, and I'll ask you, but I know you didn't watch this show.
I did not.
I'll ask you this question. Which Shakespeare play has been adapted the most times into feature films? Just off the top of your head, can you guess?
Romeo and Juliet.
No. The correct answer is Hamlet.
Hamlet.
Oh, okay.
I think though there's been a lot of different because like West Side Story is really an adaptation of Romeo and Juliet. So I'm just saying there's probably lots of forms of Romeo and Juliet. They're not called Romeo and Juliet.
He just doesn't want to admit he's wrong.
He's
Fucking
wrong.
whoop your ass, bitch.
I'd like to see you try.
Bring it on.
Why you gotta ruin a good Raw report here, Jack? Gee, out your pizza cutter.
Just like Hamlet.
That thing would probably break. So you got to
I
cut.
think I cut my finger here. See it up there?
Oh my! How'd you do that?
Oh,
On this fucking pizza cutter.
Impossible.
yeah, pizza cutter.
Jack did a great job.
Well, but it doesn't. It's not necessarily important. But after the dentist appointment today, I was with my brother, and we stopped at Cape Cod Coffee, and you can actually go on tours of it because it's the actual where they roast the coffee beans and stuff. Which whatever. But anyway, I was getting a coffee, and they had pastries and breakfast sandwiches. They also have a great big brick oven where they make pizza, which is very bizarre for a coffee shop. I was like, you get your Cape Cod coffee and pizza. Pretty weird.
Did they have a
Coffee
room
pizza.
with the?
It was early in the morning, so they were just firing it up, so you couldn't get pizza yet. But
Did they have a room where the bats is just shitting out coffee?
they had it. There was a big factory, and you could see the window, and it had this giant, like as big as my basement, like just higher than my house, big barrel that they were roasting the coffee in. I don't know about going on a tour of watching people roast coffee, but I like coffee. In fact, I finished my coffee. I kind of wish I made more. But I cannot leave the Raw report. I need to get a coffee machine down here and make coffee while I'm doing the show.
Excellent. That would be very Alexa Bliss of you.
What?
Alexa Bliss with her
We'll get to
coffee
her
cup
too.
back in the day. Like she always had the coffee and she always made a big deal about having to have her coffee.
Oh, well, coffee's good. Coffee is life, Incher.
Fuck coffee.
Well, fuck you.
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
It's Valentine's Day. Minton I perused the questions earlier. I try not to read them, but I just happened to see one. And one, he was asking, he's really upset that there's not more homoeroticism in Your Head, which I thought was very odd. I'm like, well, what does he want? Just like full on like sodomy on the show? Like this pretty homoerotic as is.
isn't that what we were doing before?
I don't know. He's just like, he needs one shots and full penetration. I don't know what's going on. But Raw report.
Anyway, RK Bro wins the academic challenge, and their prize is yet another match against Gable and Otis for the Raw Tag Team Championships. But they didn't say. I don't think they said when that match is going to take place.
Saudi show.
What's that?
Blood money.
Yeah. Well, it could take place there. Yeah. And Chad Gable throws a fit over the volume of the buzzer. And then because there's no commercials, the Street Profits come out right away. And the only match, again, for the first 45 minutes of this show was Alpha Academy versus the Street Profits. And unfortunately, unfortunately, of course, you didn't get to see Montez Ford doing all of his signature moves and splashes and all of that.
Did they take us to commercial and we didn't see it?
No. Like I said, actually, this was kind of like a bait and switch. There actually were commercials in there, but there were like WWE commercials, like promoting WWE stuff.
Bunch of liars.
Yeah,
exactly. Lying bitches. I got to keep bitch up this year because it did very well in the headies. I got to give the fans what they want, Incher, and the fans demand me saying bitch.
Oh, okay.
Raw report.
Anyway, so Gable I think it was Gable who got the win for this one. And then again, these weren't commercials, but they were more like, you also got a lot of like video recaps and things like that.
Oh, I love those video recaps.
Yeah,
They're the best.
so there was one on Lita, and Lita's coming up, and Lita is going to be on the show later on.
I'm a fan of Lita, but she didn't move too well on the Rumble, but maybe she gets the ring rust off. She'll be doing better.
And once upon a time, there was an old in wrestling. If two people had a big match coming up, they didn't touch. That you had to wait for the pay-per-view.
That was like a long-standing thing for a long time.
Well, WWE blew this up today. I'll get to it. Montel Ventavious Porter and Bobby Lashley come out. So they were in Colorado. So this is Bobby Lashley's
hometown.
And so he's
the champ.
He's getting the cheers, and all he did was cut a promo. He and MVP just came into the ring, basically saying that he was gonna stay WWE champion after the Elimination Chamber, and they mentioned Brock Lesnar. Yes, he's gonna take on Roman Reigns, but then he also says he's not gonna beat he's going to beat Brock Lesnar at the Elimination Chamber and walk out as the champion. And then we got Alexa Bliss and her therapy session.
Oh my! Before you get to that, did you know that Lita is very attractive? So says Patrick Howell.
Old Patty says.
Yeah.
Also, Gogo had said that Otis was trying to answer the questions earlier in the quiz show and kept saying ham. Did you ever get that ham shirt that they were selling there for a while? The Otis ham shirt?
No, I didn't buy that one.
Speaking of which, though, shirts, I'm wearing a Bad Bunny shirt.
Yeah. Oh, man. Look at that. I'm wearing this. I'm rocking this is a pink snakeskin shirt.
Ain't a real snakeskin?
That's looking pretty sweet. No.
Is that for like Randy Orton?
No, I'm wearing it for St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah. Valentine's Day.
St. Patrick's Day. That green snakeskin shirt.
Get the matching hat. AJ Zyla, $20.
Oh, shit.
Boom! He will get himself an 8-bit wrestling guy, or he could also get a slasher man guy if he prefers, whichever one. Just let me know.
AJ.
He's a good man. I like that, AJ. Just send me a picture and let me know if you'd rather have a wrestling man or a slasher man. All right.
From one AJ to another, but before we get to AJ Styles, so it looks like Alexa Bliss is undergoing a very slow, subtle transformation. Because I notice in her therapy sessions, she's looking less and less like the acolyte of
oh my
Theme.
God.
Oh my!
It's Goldberg giving the spear to Lexar.
Oh my God.
Oh, what the hell's going on there, Incher?
The hell?
I was just sent in. I don't know.
So
So it's actually helping, is what you're saying, Steven.
So yeah, that's what I think is happening is with Alexa Bliss, but it's taking so damn long to do it.
Yeah.
But from one AJ to another. So the next actual wrestling match on the show was AJ Styles versus Damien Priest. And I'll tell you this is just my opinion. I think WWE is doing a better job since last year's WrestleMania. They're doing a better job booking Bad Bunny than they are Damien Priest.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Damien Priest is the shits.
Yeah, he's a guy that was like I liked him, and now I couldn't care less about him.
Yeah, he's got the character where he gets mad and he turns into a demon,
Oh God.
and that's the Damien part.
Yes, yes.
God.
There's some
So-
WWE
What?
writer came up with this idea.
So are you supposed to just call him the priest before, or
That's even worse.
What are you supposed to do?
Yeah.
You know,
Hopefully there aren't any little kids around.
So what about the demon? What about the demon Balor? They just took his gimmick and gave it to this guy.
sort of, yeah.
Demon Finn Balor. What the
I
fuck?
think he's been the demon.
That's why part of me was like, I don't really care if Keith Lee goes to AEW because I'm not really a big fan of the guy. But I don't know. Just because I thought he's boring on Raw and stuff. Who knows? I mean, I know when they take guys that I really liked and then they from NXT and they'd put them on Raw or SmackDown and they were just so boring and useless. So if I see him in a new, I gave Andrade a shot, but he's to me just proven himself useless. So, but other people have come on there, done well. So we'll see if Keith Lee pops up there. He's got to work on his personality. He's too bland.
Yeah.
In the ring, he's good.
He needs a big contract though, because he's a married man now. So
Well, I mean, it's not like they're paying the people pennies. So maybe they'll sign his wife too. They need some women wrestlers.
Well, she's still in WWE apparently.
Oh, she's not.
No.
Is she
I
not?
thought they fired her.
Fired her. They got rid of her.
Oh, I thought you alluded that she was on the show. I misunderstood.
Yeah, they can sign Mia Yim. They need more talent for Dark Elevation.
Excellent.
Where the
Dark
hell is
Elevation bound?
All right. Raw report.
So AJ Styles and Damien Priest had a nice back and forth match, but
Did he turn to the demon?
And no, actually no, because ever since winning this U.S. title, Damien Priest
Hey,
just,
AJ vetoed the demon. He was like, I don't like that whole demon stuff. I just think I should beat him clean.
We're on the fucking train tracks.
There's the demon right there. And he took to the Facebook and he's saying that I called the cops on him. So what's the deal with that? I didn't call no cops on you. If you got in trouble with the law,
I didn't get in
it was
trouble.
by
He
your
came up,
own-
they're like, hey, buddy, this hillbilly called the cops on you. And we just laughed. And then we high-fived and we're like, oh, man. And we got a big old belly laugh out of it and went and got some coffee. And
I need a dog so I can hold it up and tell you to kiss its ass.
I'm telling you, I think now, what do you guys think? Is this a good idea at Fan Fest, me and Incher, and we're going to reenact the West Virginia, what is he, the mayor, governor, whatever, House of Parliament, and Incher will bend over, drop trowel, and I'll just tell him to kiss the heady verse ass. This is a good angle, I think, Incher. It's a good gimmick.
Mhm.
What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah. Raw report.
Raw report.
so AJ Styles hits the phenomenal forearm on the United States champion and pins him clean 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the ring.
You don't want none. You don't want none.
Nope.
Who
You
gives a
don't
better?
want none.
What is the better forearm? The phenomenal forearm or the Terry Taylor 5-arm?
I'm not really sure.
Not really.
I never seen the Terry Taylor.
Yeah, I'd have to go with AJ on that one.
I'd have to go. I'd have to go to the tape.
But it was
What?
it was so good. It was the 5-arm because it was better than the 4-arm.
He should have stayed the Red Rooster.
So someone today got to take a page out of the Dave Meltzer handbook and they got to start doing the 6-arm.
Oh.
And be like, it's even better than the Terry Taylor 5-arm. All the kids will love it.
Wow.
All right, Raw report.
Sounds pretty hokey though.
What?
That was Lexar saying that.
What?
Damn it,
Hit
Lex.
by 5 head.
Maybe 6 head.
Whoa.
Oh,
How much head?
Zed.
Never too much.
He was on
Can't get
Police
enough.
Academy.
Not from Mittens demanding more head, apparently. But
Raw report.
we get a Ronda Rousey, recap, and we get a backstage segment with Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins. I guess now that Austin Theory beat KO for that spot in the chamber, he's doing
didn't even
this
cut the paper.
phony sympathetic thing.
Go on. I'm sorry. I'm just.
Are we supposed to feel sorry for Kevin Owens because he's out of the elimination chamber and
I didn't know he was out. I actually
Yes,
didn't. know he was in.
Austin
Yeah,
Theory
he's
beat
out.
him.
Austin Theory beat him.
I thought Austin
and
Theory was-
Theory's in.
I thought he was in it instead of Shane.
Well, he
Shane
won the right. I think that's like the behind the scenes stuff that you're not supposed to know about.
Oh, I see.
Story-
But I thought
storyline
so.
stuff.
Kevin Owens was never going to be in it anyway. Then I guess.
He beat him on SmackDown, or Raw last week to earn the
That's what
spot.
happens when you re-sign your contract.
Yeah,
You're like, we're going to push you to the moon, buddy.
Exactly. Shouldn't have signed. Don't feel sorry.
Just like what we did for Cesaro.
And Dolph
Shame.
Ziggler.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're
speaking of
fucking
Dolph,
crazy.
they got
They're
him.
great.
Oh, Dolph Ziggler sighting. He's on NXT.
NXT.
Yes.
He's on
Wild and young.
NXT 2.0.
You know what's funny, by the way? Like the promo was like, kid. I think he looks just the way his new look is like a young Kurt Russell.
Oh,
Kurt
Kurt Russell. Young
Yeah.
Kurt Russell's a very handsome man. Sure.
Mhm. I think an old ass Kurt Russell is.
He's a
very
handsome man. Yeah. Incher likes the old man. The other day,
Season.
all weekend on
Season.
YouTube, when I'd be on the YouTube, that's all I got were these ads. One would come on and they like, don't be ashamed that you're an older man who likes the young women. I was like, what the hell? They're like, you're genetically positioned to be attracted to young women. And here's the secret they don't tell you. Young women are genetically pre-positioned to be into you once you're over 35. And as you get older and into 55, you've got even more going. I was like, what the hell kind of ads are? And then I got another ad. I was all day. It's all I got were ads on YouTube for older men to date young women. And then one was to date like Estonian women, young Estonian
Whoa.
women. I was like, what is? Do they think I'm some kind of creep or something?
Did you get any blue chew in between?
No, it's just I don't
Promo
know.
that way.
Yeah, it was just all about getting the young women.
Hmm.
I think I'm on some kind of list, didn't you?
Sounds like it. Maybe it was where you were talking about your movie selection a few weeks ago. Like you went to go see
Oh yeah.
2 movies that was questionable.
Yeah, but one's a big movie, Licorice Pizza, but they don't tell you that the movie's about a pedophile. In fact, they just say it's like this romantic movie, and it's about this woman who's almost 30 dating a 15-year-old boy. I don't think that's cool.
Fuck. What are you watching, Neil Jones?
I think
I
that
mean,
film
that's
got
the
an
theater.
Academy Award nomination for Best Picture.
Yeah.
this morning.
Yeah. The guy who made Boogie Nights made it, didn't it?
Yeah.
Where's
Oh,
Taza when you need
Thomas
him?
Anderson.
So why is it called licorice pizza though?
I don't really know, to be honest, why it is.
Is that what that movie is?
Yeah.
What the
Like
fuck?
Jonathan
Okay.
Jackson, do we ever need Taza? Like, is there ever a situation that
pretty-
calls for Taza?
He would have given us some facts about this whole ordeal, and we all would
I
have
also
felt better
did-
for it.
recently read Lolita from the library. We'll listen to the audio.
This could be why a lot of these ads are popping up.
All right. Raw report.
Well, speaking of Lolitas, Maurice and Miz came out. Maurice looking hot, as always, of course. And they did a segment with Dominic and
Did Miz
Rey
forget her
Mysterio.
Dom, fuck. Nobody gives a fuck about the Mysterios. Well, I don't give a fuck. I don't believe anybody else, but
So
I could not give a
Booyaka,
flying
booyaka.
fuck about Rey Mysterio, and I couldn't give even a portion of that to fucking Dominic.
well, Miz,
I don't really care about him, but I think Goosey's a fan. So.
I'm not a big
Dominic
fan.
Mysterio?
Yeah, he loves
Goosey's a big fan of Dominic.
He's a Dominic Mark.
Yeah, huge fucking fan of Dominic.
I bet Lexar is. He's probably getting pissed.
I'm not a big fan of talking segments, but at one point Miz looked at Dominic Mysterio and said something like, you're a lot taller than Eddie. Are you sure? I mean, you're a lot taller than Ray. Are you sure you're not Eddie's?
Man, the fucking Mysterios are still living off
They're
Eddie.
still using that. There's a callback to that.
Did Dominic point up like
He point to the skies like, Uncle Eddie, I'm gonna do this for you.
Anyway, it led to another match. Dominic Mysterio versus The Miz. Maurice tried to interfere, and the referee caught her. And instead of disqualifying The Miz,
oh shit,
wow.
Yeah.
Look at it. I told you he was a fan.
Goosey Mysterio.
Yeah,
The goose is loose.
Mysterio.
talking about my match over here.
Might have the illegitimate son of Rey Mysterio.
I know he looks more like a Ray than Dominic does.
I agree.
Yeah.
actually he does. So as the referee is basically telling Maurice to go to the back.
For us. I'm sorry, Steven. Go ahead.
As the referee is basically telling Maurice to go to the back, Rey Mysterio behind the ref's back interferes in the match, allowing Dominic to get the win. Pinfall.
Dominic beat Miz.
Dominic beat Miz.
What
Wow.
the
With
fuck?
Rey's help.
Goodness.
He beat a former world champion. That kid's
What
amazing.
fucking piece of shit.
Goodness.
No one could possibly tell me. I see people bitching about Dustin Rhodes in AEW, who's in the best shape he's ever been in, is a great wrestler. I think should be used more, could help the younger guys learn the techniques of wrestling, psychology and stuff. They say he's there because Cody. What about this fucking guy, Dominic? If he wasn't related to Rey Mysterio, could you possibly ever see this guy on Raw?
Nope.
Looks
I
like
think
some
that's the
little
only
kid.
reason Ray came back. I think Ray came back just to get him a job.
Yeah, he wouldn't be anywhere on. He would not even be close to the television unless you sit in the crowd.
Could see him jobbing to Retribution, maybe.
You know, Vince just wants to fire Dominic so he can see what Ray's face will do. He just wants to see his reaction. It's like, I fired him. What do you think about that, pal?
He used to be. I think that's why he brought in. He used David San Martino to get Bruno, like, so because Bruno didn't want to do anything, and then like he used his son. He's like, well, we'll bring your son in if like you have a match every now and then.
Vince is a hell of a guy, that's for sure. Did he like talk Andre into doing like a match with the back brace and everything?
Yeah,
else?
and like shot up on drugs probably.
Yeah.
Like right at didn't he? He did. I think he either got surgery and did the match right after surgery. Or got surgery right after the match.
Yeah, probably after.
Patrick Howe says, "I love the Mysterios." What the fuck are you talking about? Mike Whitcomb says we need a damn it Lexar t-shirt. I would like the Lexar shirt. I gotta think of a good logo.
Anyway, next match.
Can you see my tinsel here? I think I need lights on it.
You just said Raw report, then you said can you see my tinsel here.
Oh, well, I was just throwing it out there. Raw report. Sorry that interrupted there.
Yeah.
So, Nikki ASH took on Bianca Belair.
Goes from fucking Dominic Mysterio to a Nikki Ass segment.
Well, Bianca hit the KOD and Tinder. Just
she sucks, and the gimmick is the shits.
Yeah, I'm really. It's time to retire the superhero gimmick. I mean, it's And by the way, both of them are in the chamber. Even Nikki's in the chamber.
Who the fuck wants to see that?
Let's held his hand up. I'm not even making it up. They held his hand up.
They could just feed you just a big pile of diarrhea, and you'd just be like, I love it.
That's what a wrestling fan does. Eat piles of shit.
Eat shit
and learns to love it. All right. Well, fair enough, I guess.
He's down.
Speaking of shit, backstage segment, R-Truth to Zawa and Tamina. So I guess Tamina is now full-time on the WWE 24/7 group of people.
That's where she's more fitting.
So because Dana Brooke has the belt, so it's like they got to have another female to like beat her, I guess. Like,
yeah, well, that's what Tamina's up to. They were looking for Dana Brooke and Reggie. So I guess.
So how are they going to get the belt off of like one of the females if like the guys can't beat the females?
They'll kill them.
Submission.
No,
maybe?
I think
at the Blood Money show they were like, no,
yeah, it's legal. It's probably legal there. Yeah, that's true.
No, it looks like Dana and Reggie are kind of like they're doing like a love angle or so like a romance angle because they were like kissing. Oh
shit!
Ooh.
Yes, Reggie kissed Dana on the cheek.
Oh wow!
Yes,
man, that's getting serious.
Yeah, the interracial.
We're going steady now.
Yeah,
he's gonna take her to the dance.
She's gonna be pregnant soon.
The BBC is gonna make its appearance. Inter better start watching her.
Oh, Inter's eyes are gonna pop out of his head.
You guys are crazy.
That's I won't say what I was gonna say. All right. Raw report.
Like, don't want to get
Kevin Owens.
Basically, yeah.
So we got a rematch. We got a rematch. Austin Theory and Kevin Owens for another match. Pretty good, Theory. I mean, I'll give Theory credit. I mean, he's pretty good. He's pretty good.
Good grappler.
But unfortunately, you have this young guy. You're putting a lot of TV time on him, giving him a lot of wins, putting him in the Elimination Chamber, putting him in TV time with Vince McMahon. Kevin Owens beat him.
Wait, I thought you said Owens got beat
last week.
That was the week before. Yeah.
Yes.
What the hell is going on?
He's getting his win back.
Oh, the old 50-50 booking.
Hell yeah.
Booking. Now that's a good way to get nobody over. Yeah.
Exactly. This made no sense at all that Kevin Owens would do this 50-50 booking. If I were doing this, I would have Theory beating him week after week after week. But
that's anyway. Punishment for re-signing.
Maybe. So, okay. Speaking of things that didn't make any sense, we'll skip over RK Bro and go right to Lita. So Lita and Becky had a segment in the ring. Now, once upon a time, yes, if you had a big match, your big stars didn't touch. You know, if they teased it, then usually the heel would back away, get out of the ring, and they wouldn't touch. Well, they threw us out the window with this segment. First, they did a back and forth, just a lot, just talking back and forth. Becky even complimenting how she, watched Lita growing up, and Lita, yeah. And I thought, oh, okay, this is, your scripted promos probably, or maybe they were speaking from the heart, but probably scripted. Anyway, the segment, obviously, then Becky went for her move, the manhandle slam. Lita counters it to a twist of fate and gets it, but she doesn't stop there. Then she goes to the top rope and goes for a moonsault, and she hits it.
Okay.
Rolling out all stops on Becky Lynch. She's trying to show her what's up. She's like, "I'm going to beat you at Blood Money Show."
Yes, I'm sure that was the intention of this segment.
Or maybe it was punishment for having such a shitty match on Royal Rumble. We're like, do all your moves on her, Lita.
But they never, this is just my opinion, and maybe I'm just an old guy, too old for modern day wrestling, but I just thought that they should not have, there's two people who should not have touched until the show, the actual match. It's these two. But hey, what do I know? I'm just an old wrestling fan.
An old-fashioned love song.
Just an old-fashioned love song.
Just an old-fashioned wrestling fan.
And it makes no sense at all, by the way. Like, the Royal Rumble will definitely top again the men, but the men definitely beat the women for Elimination Chamber, because these are already the challengers that challenge Becky, because I already know who's coming back to the mystery. They've not said until next week. The one that got handed the title when she took time off, Asuka, is the last one.
Asuka.
Oh,
she will return.
Yeah.
Good prediction there, song man.
Yeah.
And quite frankly, if she is coming back, she should win it. Like all these other ones, exactly. They've already wrestled and they've lost. But if there is one there, again, I would put Rhea over. But if Asuka's coming back, yeah, give her the win. And speaking of one who already had her chance, Liv Morgan.
Liv Morgan, Jack.
Liv Morgan. So
Steven's sick of her.
No, it's not that. I think WWE is sick of her. I could take her every single week, if you know.
Steven hates her. He
so
hates her. That sounds like hate to me.
Oh no, man. She takes on Doudrop, and Doudrop makes like Big Van Vader and squashes her like a grape.
Oh my.
Oh my is right. Yeah.
I could imagine the matches who had Liv Morgan and Doudrop. That's probably a spectacular event.
No, like I said, I think WWE is kind of like tired of Liv Morgan. So,
I like Liv Morgan.
A shame.
I don't watch the shows, but I like her on the pay-per-view. And she's hot.
Jack's a huge fan.
I do like her. I think she's good. I think she's pretty good in the ring, and she's hot. And
where'd you put in her butt?
Got some personality. She's got a nice ass. She's fucking better than Doudrop.
She's got a good personality, nice ass. She's hot.
And she's good. She's pretty decent in the ring. I think Mandy Rose is also and I think she's got personality, charisma, good in the ring. Those two are better than a lot of the people they push.
I'm a nice
Fucking better than Dana Brooke. She fucking sucks.
Yeah.
And Tamina Snuka, good lord.
Yeah. And well, it's like Steven said before, like she's definitely in that chamber that's not
She's
even
better
ready
than
for
the
a big one.
Queen. Not Charlotte, but the woman who won Queen of the Ring. She's a good manager, but she's shit as a wrestler.
Queen of the Ring. Oh, Zelena Vega. Yeah. She is a pretty shit wrestler.
She's young, hot, tight.
So the women.
I'm not.
You two told me not to be ashamed.
I'm not too big on her
Okay.
after she got the wagon wheel tattooed to her shoulder for some reason.
Yeah, but you're like a 1950s
wagon
guy.
wheel.
It's like, I don't condone them their tattoos.
She's the one with the wagon wheel tattooed onto her. I don't know what that is. What the hell is that thing?
I don't give a fuck. Think about that, boy.
You should.
Yeah.
Yeah, Goosey's with me.
He don't care either. He's a man. He don't care about fuck if the woman has a tattoo.
I think he does.
Not so much.
Gonna get with the times, ain't you?
Yeah.
What, are you leaving me out here to dry? Okay, I see how you are with Goosey.
Ain't you need some tattoos. You need to get tatted up.
No, I don't
A
need
nice in your head tattoo right on the neck here, just like Cody.
for your first tattoo.
All right.
Like
Just like
head
right
like-
on, you got the one right here in the center of your hat. Just imagine you wouldn't have to wear the hat. You could put it right in the center of your forehead. Boom.
Just
Oh,
shave
no.
your head like
face tattoos.
shave your head like
You're insane if you have face tattoos. I don't trust anybody with a facial tattoo.
I think they're
Oh
upstairs.
man, don't ever get a facial tattoo. Would you
He was
promise
just
me?
gonna run out and
I'll
get it.
never get one on that.
Okay. Thank you.
He was gonna get a Nikki Ash tattoo right on his forehead.
Lexar, you're not gonna get a face tattoo, are you?
No.
Okay.
How about a
Well,
tattoo on the neck, though?
Yeah, just like Cody. In your head tattoo right here. Boom. And then on the other side, you get the CBS Sports logo.
I might get that CBS Sports logo on my chest.
There you go. Right over, then in your head, right over your heart.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. We should all get in that. We should, like the actors in Lord of the Rings all got matching tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
The Headyverse here, we should all get a matching in your head tattoo. Show unity.
On our neck.
It don't have to be in the neck. It could be somewhere that only we know when we get together. We're like, hey, look at this.
Steven's saying his ass.
Yeah, we all get matching butthole tattoos.
oh,
Geraldine's gonna let me brand her, she said.
On the air.
IYH right on the butthole.
Yeah, I got the in your head brand right over here.
Well, if I do get a tattoo,
Patrick
probably
Howell.
be Al Snow. I would just be saying, if I'm watching a 3-hour boring show, I'll say, help me, Steven. I'd rather be in your dead head, falling asleep during this one.
I don't want to. Man, how does Steven falls asleep at the bat of an eye? How does he stay awake for Raw? Maybe that's why he falls asleep Tuesdays. Like he had to sit through 3 hours of Raw the night before.
That's true.
Or maybe he's watching Raw. He's like, God, at least this isn't Jack and Intra.
Oh man.
Actually, they have this. The announcers, the guy who's loud.
The guy who's loud. Is this Kevin Patrick or
No, not him.
Kevin and Patrick. Is this the makeup name?
Corey Graves?
Neil O'Donnell?
Who is that guy that they hired recently? Who is just awful?
McAfee?
Malik
No, he's on
McConnell?
SmackDown.
It's Raw? Okay.
Rory McDavis?
The fuck?
Rory.
I can't even remember the guy's name. He's just loud and awful, and he doesn't add anything.
He's loud and awful and doesn't add anything.
Corey Graves.
Don Howard?
No, not that guy.
Oh,
That guy's adds
that
everything.
guy's good. Yeah.
Mike Adamley.
The new guy that's the bald guy, the main announcer.
Keith
Adnan
Willichek.
You're
Oh.
the Raw reporter. You should know all these things.
Yeah,
Let's
but I
say
try not to
Steve.
pay attention to the announcers because they're awful.
Freeman Willis.
Who the hell is
Hey.
Freeman Willis?
Just
Right.
saying shit.
Like Bruce's brother.
Miles
Like
Johnson.
Miles
Lexar
Johnson.
must know. He's the big WWE mark. He's loving it.
I forgot the name too. I just know Corey Graves and Byron Saxton.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Golgo says Enter needs a Simon Belmont tattoo.
On my neck.
Oh, Jimmy Smith. That's his name.
Jimmy Smith.
Smith. Jimmy
Oh.
Jimmy
Smith.
Smith.
He's awful.
He's Vice from Miami Vice.
Yeah. And Steven, was that the one that said, if I mispronounced it, Lita has not been on TV for a title match in 6 decades. Did I just hear
6
that
decades, 60 years.
Did I just hear that?
Whoa!
What is it, Moolah?
Yeah, I think I
Mae
heard
Young?
that when she came out, if I'm correct.
6 decades.
Has it been on since
Been on
the
that
Wow.
That's what I thought I heard.
That'd be awesome. This guy's getting my vote in the headies for commentator of the year next year. The guy who talks loud and adds nothing.
Kevin Smith.
Kevin Smith. In between making the Clerks 4, he's doing commentary.
Yeah, he'd be better actually than this Jimmy Smith guy. Oh my god.
Songman needs a full back tattoo of one of his rhymes. That's what Mike Whitcomb says.
Anyway, let me wrap up this Raw report.
Wrap it up. Take
Wrap
it.
it up. Wrap
Okay.
it up.
Like Jimmy.
Okay.
Oh.
We get another.
Wrap it up. Like I
We
do
get
before
another
sticking an incher.
another segment with Alexa Bliss and the therapist. Therapist says Alexa Bliss is making progress. And then we go to the main event of the evening, which
It's time for the main event.
well, again, another bait and switch. So it was supposed to be Matt Riddle versus Seth Rollins, and it didn't go very long before Kevin Owens, for some bizarre reason, just ran into the ring and started beating up Matt Riddle. No rhyme or reason to it.
He
Kevin
did
Owens,
what every
man, he's
fan
all over
wants
this
to
show.
do.
Yes, he was.
Run in the ring and beat up on Matt Riddle.
Yeah,
Yep.
he's maybe it was just an audible. He's like, fuck this guy.
He does just beat the fuck out of him. Hey, bro.
That sounds like a
It
good
brought
segment.
in. So it brought in Randy Orton. Randy Orton ran down to the ring, and it was an impromptu tag team main event. RK Bro versus Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens. And I think it was Rollins. Rollins beat up on Riddle and won the match for his team, and the show went off the air. I thought, look, if you're just gonna have these two teams go at it, why even have a singles match? But they did, and this could have been great. A commercial-free hour of Raw, but they did all the wrong things. Like I said, way too much non-wrestling on this episode.
WWE could ruin a wet dream. What the hell? You got an hour of Raw with no commercials, and they ruined it.
I think they did.
You ever been having a sexy dream enter? You're about to slide it into Jeff Jarrett's old lady, and boom, Otis runs in and goes, "Oh yeah,
Ham.
time for the quiz show."
Ham.
Yeah, that would be bad.
Ham.
Ham.
Kevin Owens.
Although I will give I will give Chad Gable credit for getting "thank you" over. I think that's great. I was going. Yeah.
Jack
I may
is loving
annoy
it.
Jack for the next 3 months. Every show, every Raw report, I'll go with "thank you."
God.
Ham.
I like the ham. I do like Otis. It's too bad they shaved the man. All righty, folks. Thank you for the Raw report, Steven Butler.
Steven Butler.
Yeah. The Headyverse was horny for the Raw report
Raw.
this week. No Blue Chew was needed. They were like, hell yeah, Raw report. Boom.
Can't wait till
I
next
think-
week's Raw
I think the
report.
Headyverse is going to make a time machine so Steven can travel into the future and get the Raw report for the week ahead.
Oh, I thought he was going to start reviewing Raws from the heyday.
Wouldn't that be such a waste of a time machine?
Recapping Raws.
I gotta go
do
get my
Raw
Raw
report.
spoilers.
Yes, I'll
That is
travel.
probably something Lexar would do if he had a time machine. He just used it to go in the future and see what happens on next week's Raw.
No, I'll travel 20 years into the future. Vince McMahon will still be alive and running the show.
Another boom period.
Mhm. Oh my!
His mom lived to be 101, so I think that's a good sign. We got another 30 years of Vince McMahon led WWE.
That's what Bruce Pritchard said.
I
That
think his mom wasn't pumping steroids in her ass either. So.
You never know.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Boom. What did you say about Bruce Pritchard? That's Intra's boy.
Yeah, Bruce Pritchard said that he could see Vince McMahon running WWE for another 30 or 40 years.
And that guy that's very sincere. He's not, an ass kisser or anything.
No.
You
Could you
take that.
imagine if he just went and said, I think he's about to die?
I don't think he's gonna make it past a year.
What happens to Bruce Pritchard if Vince has an accident? Because he's
Immediately
a healthy
fired.
No.
Nick
I don't
Khan's
know,
gonna
like,
do
who-
VX.
Hope he
I
hits the bricks. That's what I hope.
Like, who is set up to take over after Vince?
Well, they said that Triple H had that core group of people that were going to be his guy, his Patterson and Bruce. It was going to be him and Regal and Road Dogg and a whole group of dudes, and then they fired them all. But Michael,
Maybe Dave Meltzer.
Dave Meltzer, that would be something if they brought in Dave Meltzer to run WWE.
And he still
I
gets
want to
everything.
run
on the
AEW
star.
one.
Boom, period.
There's talk on the internet. Triple H is the one we're debuting on Dynamite tomorrow.
I think Jonathan Jackson's froze up his screen, his video.
Yeah.
But no, I'm moving.
Yeah, but for some reason it's frozen on our end.
Yeah.
No, I'm just moving really slow.
Oh man, he's not even blinking his eyes.
I think he's playing hooky. I think he's
He's not even
sleeping over
there.
He's trying to sleep over there, and he's got
talking to a robot.
He just has a tape recorder playing.
Oh no, we're talking to AI.
Can you still
AI
buy
Johnson?
tape recorders?
I got my eyes drawn on my eyelids.
Patrick Howell says Asuka is lovely as well.
Mhm.
Maybe it's his Hall of Fame statue.
I have to
Statue.
start building them.
I don't know if I got a
mashed
statue.
potatoes.
On one of those rings like he had.
If Volgolgo says if Vince dies, Pritchard, Johnny Ace, and Kevin Dunn will get the boot by Triple H and Steph. But what if it's in his will that he wills the company to those people?
Oh.
And they
WWE
boot
doesn't
out
follow
the-
contracts. Why would Triple H and Stephanie? They'd be like, screw that. We'll do what we want here.
Maybe they'd get the boot.
They'd be dishonorable like Lanny Poffo and Macho Man.
Yeah, but I don't think he had a will. They just disobeyed a promise.
Maybe Vince made him promise.
Maybe it's in the, I don't know. Maybe they probably have contracts. But what if when if he died, it was just Bruce and Johnny Ace and Dunn took over, and they kicked out Triple H and Stephanie.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, and Michael, we're forgetting the greatest mind in the biz. I think whoever takes
Michael
over,
Hayes.
they keep Michael Hayes. Yeah, that's like a no-brainer. That's the real mind they need. It's like everyone else could go as long as they keep Michael Hayes.
You know, like he would work in like where he moonwalks on every show. He's like,
Hell yeah.
He's like, then I come out and I'll do the moonwalk for
That could lead into a big boom period. Do you think if Michael hit, we run out of returns, Michael Hayes could make a comeback? They could probably put the strap on him.
It'd be worth it.
Not happy.
That'd be pretty awesome. But I think he's more valuable for the mind, so they don't want to risk it, probably. All right, should we get to these questions, or is there anything else that any folks here want to bring up in the world of the wrestling?
Ronda Rousey ended up challenging Charlotte. That's going to be the match.
Yeah.
At WrestleMania.
I mentioned earlier, I think they missed a big opportunity here.
She broke Sonya Deville's arm, I guess.
No, that's another. She probably has a big penis because she's got a big nose.
So let me get this straight. Naomi can't touch Sonya Deville on Raw as long as she's wearing this suit, but Ronda Rousey can break her arm on SmackDown. Okay, I got it.
You can't think of this stuff too logically. But why even make this a thing and then just totally abandon it the next week? That was just a thing on Raw. I mean, on the Royal Rumble. That was 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a Royal Rumble match. Yeah.
Oh, they've been booking that one for a long time. Like, building it where like Naomi can't touch her because she has the jacket on and all that. So,
Bruce Briscoe wants to know, when is the next 12-hour In Your Head show? You're watching it right now.
Yeah.
Well, have fun with that.
I've been up since 6 a.m., so I probably don't think I'll be up for the 12-hour show tonight. Maybe in the coming weeks. I don't think tonight.
Yeah.
Nicholas Hatch. Let everyone know I'll be on the show someday.
Someday.
Zoom in right now.
Yeah, zoom in, boy. Don't.
Come on, bitch.
Bring it. Boom. Brian Matthew Clutter. With the news that the Boogeyman has re-signed with WWE, can you think of any new merchandising they could try to make his run memorable? That's a really good question because I've been thinking about this, Incher.
Gummy worms.
Oh, go ahead with it, and I'll be right back. I gotta.
We'll wait and mention it next week.
I really gotta pee.
They could do gummy. They could do.
So this is my idea. Now you remember the Boogeyman when he'd come out, he would eat the Nightcrawler's worms. I'm the Boogeyman, and I'm coming to get you. And So Lexar, Goosey, Songman, Vic, Toronto Stevie, Jonathan Jackson. You want the kids are like, oh my God, the Boogeyman is back. I never thought I'd see the day. What the hell? Look, we've got him moving now. You sell gummy worms. Now they buy the bag of gummy worms. They go, the kids they're eating them. And then you've got people who grew up with the Boogeyman. It's like Sting comes back. The Boogeyman, like, oh my God, my childhood hero, the Boogeyman's back. So you've got kids, you've got adults alike. They're all eating the gummy worms. But the thing is, you buy the gummy worms and you eat them because then you get shown on TV. You pan the crowd. People in their minds are like, not only is this fun and delicious, and I love the Boogeyman, I'll get shown on TV. So they show up, they buy them. You put the Boogeyman the first hour, but then you're out of the gummy worms because you ate them. Hour 2, you have Boogeyman come out for another segment. They're like, hell yeah, I gotta go buy some more gummy worms. Have them hour 3. Then they're leaving the arena and like, oh, fuck. Little Billy Uncle Jojo, they ate all the fucking gummy worms. Now I can't bring them home and put them up here on my mantle. I'm going to buy another bag to bring home and put on the mantle. So you could sell multitudes of boogeyman gummy worms because one bag's not enough. You got to have one bag to eat, one bag to bring home. Boom. It's a never-ending merchandising golden egg.
Completely
You
worth
could
the
even
diabetes.
make them authentic and crush up Oreo cookies and with the
Do it.
And
You start with the one, then the limited editions. Boom. I used to actually go out and gather up night crawlers when I was a kid because my uncle was a fisherman, and we would use them for bait. The night after it rains, it would rain. You go out that night, and the worms would crawl up on the sides of the road. You pick them up, use them for bait. No, I did not. But the boogeyman was not around as a child. It's weird though, because the boogeyman, he was like a 45-year-old man. They're like, he lied about his age. He's got to be like 60 years old now. They just resigned him.
Going for that universal title.
Yeah, wild and young boogeyman. What a weird resign. Incher, did you PP?
Born 64.
60.
PP.
Wow. He is in his 50, almost 50. No, yeah, 64. He's in his 50s.
I'm
It's
sure
almost
Saudi-
60.
57.
I'm sure the prince of Saudi Arabia thinks he's like Coco Beamer or something.
Wow.
Good Lord. They need Papa Shango. That would be good team. Papa Shango and Boogeyman.
Sabi Omega.
Incher is back just in time for Nikhil early, though. That's good, don't you think?
It's pretty early, yeah.
I know Lexar's actually here.
Yeah.
Yeah, what about the Lexar questions?
It's never gonna work.
You know what it is? This paper's indestructible.
Yeah, that's it.
Made out of a tree.
Nikhil time. I think I could cut down a tree with this. I think that's a good call.
But not the paper.
Yeah, exactly. Thoughts on the free agent debuting on Dynamite this Wednesday in the ladder qualifier? So it's just two different things: a free agent and the
I almost said the broken door, the forbidden door. The guy is facing Isaiah Cassidy. Is it Isaiah Cassidy?
Nothing against Isaiah Cassidy, but it's like
Orange Cassidy.
I mean, who would think, oh man, Isaiah Cassidy's going to beat this debuting guy that we've not seen?
Yeah,
that would be something though. They debut a guy and Isaiah Cassidy beats him.
Wow.
Bring in like Wyndham or something and just have him lose.
That'd be awesome. I'd kind of like it actually. Thoughts on the? I don't. Any predictions who it is, Incher?
Suicide comes alive.
Hornswoggle.
I saw him on GCW.
Mm-hmm.
It's Nick Gage.
It could be just signed a contract, so it would be a forbidden door.
Have him come out and take glass shards to Cassidy.
That'd be great.
Thoughts on the backstage locker room being upset Big E has been demoted? I've asked around, and all I've got is people who are really upset. The thing is, I this one I really understand because honestly, I think they gave him no shot as champ. He lost like 7 matches in 2 months on TV. Never really presented him as a big deal as the champ, and now he's just like a bum. Like
trying to see if I won the Mega Millions.
Got kind of killed, and he went from. It was just that they just gave him a run just to be nice, but like they didn't really push him as a big deal. Self-fulfilling prophecy.
Now he's teaming with Kofi Kingston and on SmackDown, kind of like a New Day reunion.
Damn, they even kicked him off Raw.
Jesus.
I think this is the same question, isn't it? What is Tony Khan's big announcement on Wednesday? He has a separate announcement from the ladder match. I don't know.
No, he doesn't. It's the same fucking-
I think they should just have 50 announcements. I don't know. Why do people
You know,
complain?
it's a single match on the show? It's just going to be announcement.
It's just Tony Khan sitting in a ring.
I've got to disagree with Nikhil on this one. He says, why do people complain about Goldberg returning? He's still over as fuck and has short, decent matches. He does not have decent matches. His last group of matches have been pitiful. And I'm a Goldberg fan, but they're just sad to watch.
Let's say that to the Saudi Prince.
He should know. He's no Meltzer as far as wrestling goes. How could the Saudi Prince sit there and watch that Goldberg Undertaker match and think that was good?
He's front row, baby.
Hooping and hollering.
He is lazy boy.
What was the MJF CM Punk match the best MJF match he's had? Well, I think if you combine all the build and everything, probably. I mean, he's had a lot of great matches though. Him and Darby's really good, but for me, it's the kind of match I like.
Him and Cody was good when they're doing.
He's had a lot of really good matches.
Yeah,
I like him and Punk and Dan. I like that kind of style better. It's he works the style I like. Do Darby Allin and a young Jeff Hardy have similar traits? Hopefully not for Darby. Hopefully he's not like into opium or whatever.
no, he's straight edge as well, isn't he?
I actually like Jeff Hardy I never really liked him as a wrestler. I actually think Darby's a better wrestler, actually, because his stuff looks much more impactful. A lot of Jeff Hardy stuff, like it was pretty to look at, but never like the Swanton Bomb, like that never looked like it would hurt anybody besides him. He just kind of brushed him with the back of his head.
He barely hits his opponents with that sometimes.
Yeah. Where Darby's dives looks like he's going all out, like really hitting the guy very forcefully. The Darby dives are to me above and beyond anyone else's dives in wrestling. They actually really look impressive.
When you're 90 pounds, you can do that.
Well, there's a lot of guys his size though in wrestling today.
Yeah. I just think like he can do some of those because it's not like.
Yeah, but there's a lot of guys his size that don't.
Yeah.
No one else does.
That's because they'll snap in half.
Sonny Kiss says he wants to pitch being a flight attendant for the Top Flight tag team. What? I actually am a Sonny Kiss fan. I think he could be a star, but Sonny Kiss, you can't just, his whole Facebook page is nothing but selfies and like cheesecake photos. There's like, there's nothing about wrestling on there. He doesn't show any mat. You gotta like worry more about wrestling than just showing pictures of your ass and kissing at the camera.
Maybe that's his idea of getting a push. Just don't show any wrestling. Just show.
Well, he's never on TV, so it's not working out for him. I thoroughly enjoy a fuck. Come on. I might just I think this is the end of Nikhil's question for the week.
What?
I thoroughly enjoy Andrade's partnership with the HFPO. Come on.
He's HFPO.
Now he's just fucking saying shit to get you.
Yeah, if this is your real opinion, you have to rethink your whole life.
The HFPO. What the hell is?
Come on.
Party family compound.
It's the fucking shits. It's the worst thing in all of AEW.
What the hell is the P?
Fucking shit. It's PH for fucking. It's that kind of. It's horrible. This is lousy on every level. There's not one remote like drop of entertainment in this. This is the death of the show. when it comes on that segment, just everybody involved, it becomes worthless, even guys that are good. It's absolute shits. It's the opposite of good.
The HFO, not the
Opposite of
HFO.
entertaining. It's the opposite of over. It's the opposite of any positive word you can think of.
Yeah.
Just the
HFPLS.
shits.
I know Incher's loving it, but oh man.
Incher's the biggest fan.
I think I've developed a love for it, just like right now. So
In this moment.
just in this moment, Jack's hatred for it, and
It's like
how
me
Nick feels
thinking
annoying
of
with
that
the question.
It's like me thinking of that wrestler you always talk about. That I love the guy. I've never even seen him just because I know he makes you mad. The guy does the submissions. Zack Sabre Jr.
Zack Sabre Jr.
Yeah, I
Well,
love
I'm
the guy.
looking on the AEW roster and I'm counting 107 people.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm not a guy who minds this. I don't really think that's a big deal. You can't use all these people, but they're all getting paid and whatever. But
when you have,
the only
roster this big, when you have a roster this big, and a lot of them aren't even on TV, do you
that's
think
fine. You can't have them all on TV. If you had 100 guys on TV, it would be unwatchable.
Is that more than that's on the Jaguars team?
Yeah. Way more.
Jeez.
But most rosters would be more than what's on one football team.
But
They probably had more than that in WCW though.
Mm.
Yeah.
The thing is, a lot of those guys are trainees and stuff, so
They've been trainees for like 3 years.
just not that huge amount of time. Where were we?
You just asked about the
Oh.
HFO.
Now, this one makes very little sense to me. If you think of old questions from Nikhil, I don't like random tag teams out of nowhere. The fuck? Almost
Now
all
he's just lying.
memories of like these random teams that were out of nowhere.
The HFP have always known each other.
I didn't finish the question. I'm sorry. I don't like random tag teams out of nowhere suddenly being number one contenders.
Oh.
I know teams win on Dark, but I'd like to see competitive tag matches on Dynamite or Rampage for teams to get the shots. What are your thoughts? I agree, but I think they think they kind of do that though. Honestly, I don't really remember too many teams just becoming number one contenders when you never see them.
Yeah.
I rewatched the film Dodgeball the other day. Do you have any memories of the film Dodgeball?
Here's my memory of Dodgeball.
Random
I've
fucking
never
question.
seen it.
What?
Never
I remember it being pretty fun.
I love Mickey. What a random fucking question.
Kurt Angle's confirmed that WWE's plans to bring him back for a few weeks on TV have been scrapped. Man, this is like Kendrick. 1 week you saying he's coming back. I bet they scrapped him because he just blew the secret and just went out and told everybody they resigned him.
Yeah, like, damn it, Angle.
Podcast scoop. Yeah.
It did seem weird to me because you think that would have been a big surprise. Kurt Angle comes out.
And wins the Rumble.
The men's Dusty Cup semifinals tonight on NXT. Who's winning? Matches are the Grizzled Young Vets versus the Creed Brothers and MSK versus Edris Adore and Malik Blade.
I'll go.
Who the fuck?
I hope Edris Eldor and Malik Blade won.
Exactly.
That's my
MSK. I want MSK.
I think it's the Creed brothers versus MSK in the finals.
No way.
You mean Idris Adore and Malik Blade got screwed? In 10 years, we're going to get that question. What's your favorite memory of Idris?
Memory of the door.
Is MSK, is that the Nick Gage team?
No.
Oh, that's the Rascals, wasn't it?
Nick Gage.
It used to be the Rascals, yeah.
Trey Miguel and
Alfalfa and Spanky.
You know, I heard like all the Rascals like died horrible deaths. Like,
Damn.
most of
That's
them.
very uplifting.
Yeah. Like,
Thanks for the positive.
I
It's a
just seen a
cursed
video
show.
on
Everyone
that.
from it's dead now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
the tour
I mean-
bus exploded.
Well, that's too bad, though.
It is.
Thoughts on Lance Storm signing for Impact as a producer?
Good for him.
That's
I've always,
cool.
Good
I've
for
always
Lance.
liked Lance Storm.
At least he
Yeah.
won't get fired.
Yeah, I could think of a lot worse people. That's good. Thoughts on Matt Cardona defeating Jordan Grace to become the new digital media champion? I wanted to be a fan of this guy, but that sentence makes me fuck this guy.
But he's the legit
You
internet
just hate it
champion.
because it's on Impact.
I don't care if it's on Impact. Do you think that sounds good? Matt Cardona defeated Jordan Grace to win the digital media champion. The whole sentence is just shit.
Honest question: Did anybody
Media
watch that?
champion. Oh my god!
Anybody watch that Terminus show that John Gresham puts on?
Oh, isn't like serious wrestling? Like,
Yeah, God, it was the shits.
I saw the rules for it, but I didn't watch it.
No, I haven't
Is it a
watched
YouTube thing?
No, it's like John Gresham doing his little own promotion now. It's called Terminus, and it's all basically nothing but black wrestlers trying to put a emphasis on black wrestling. And it's like, cool,
always
the show is
saying-
still the shits. Like, come on, man.
I thought it was like all technical, like you can only do 2 like rope breaks and no close punches, close fist punches. And
It
And you
wasn't
said it's
good.
not on
That's all.
YouTube.
where is it?
It was on Fight TV, I think.
Oh,
is
Fight
where I-
TV.
What the
Yeah.
fuck?
Yeah.
Thoughts on a recent Glassdoor review on WWE jobs? Glassdoor reviews by former WWE employees, contractors. Quote, you could be released at any time. There's no benefits, no health insurance, and the contracts are extremely one-sided. These are all things I know and talk about a lot on the show.
Yeah, it's been common knowledge for 20 years there, buddy.
a lot of turnover. I'm just basically, I don't know how these can be legal. The contracts make no sense.
But do
I'm
you
very
like money?
confused that any wrestling fans are for like the idea that WWE can just fire people anytime, but you can't even quit if you want to quit.
You quit when they tell you.
Pretty much.
There's advice for anyone out there who thinks they might get fired. Tell them you want out. Then they'll be like, if we can't leave this guy go, then you'll just keep getting paid till the end of your contract. You'll avoid getting
Reverse
fired.
Psychology.
I think the Good Brothers tried that, and then they were like, you know what, fuck it, you're fired anyway.
Yeah, but what they really, I don't even like those guys, but they did them really dirty because they wanted out and they told them, we want you to stay. We're going to give you a 6-year deal, $750,000 a year. They signed that deal, and then like a month later, 3 months later, they fire him. That was really messed up. Because then they also lost their big deal with AEW.
Yeah.
I think you could actually sue over that because basically they made them sign away from AEW and then screwed them out of that deal they would have got, and then just ended their contract.
Vince McMahon at his finest. I know he was laughing his ass off at that.
Who do you think is the mystery 6th woman in the WWE chamber match?
Trish.
Bayley.
Who the hell's in that?
Bailey.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Bailey.
I don't even know who the hell's in that match.
Rhea Ripley, Nikki Ash, Bianca Belair, Liv Morgan.
It'd be pretty awesome if it was Kelly Kelly.
Keep rubbing it in
Dewdrop.
there. ain't you?
Maybe
Who drops the
Cameron.
5th one? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Girl, bye.
I think it would be kind of cool if Lita gets screwed for some reason, then she gets another shot in the chamber.
I like Lita, but isn't Lita wrestling already for the women's belt on the show?
Well, you know how it is with Saudi Arabia, for example. They always got to bring in the big legends. For example, that's why we're not.
I think doesn't she? I thought she was wrestling Becky Lynch on the Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, she is. Yeah, she is.
Mae Young.
They're going to be wrestling in like burlap sacks and on that show.
Right. Moolah.
They should have a beekeeper match. And that's what they have. That could be like the big women's match. They wrestle in beekeeper suits.
Yeah. Well, I feel bad for NXT, for example. After last year, Rhea Ripley got called up for Asuka, and then we're not seeing anyone for this one, which could be interesting, and I would hope.
I mean, who could they call up? Because they already sent down Mandy Rose.
Yeah.
Does AEW overdo gimmick matches on Dynamite? I don't think they really do that many, do they?
Gimmick match. It's like win something on a pole.
Yeah, I don't think they really do that many. Every once in a while, do like a hardcore kind of thing or whatever they call them.
They did the orange punch or what is it?
That was on pay-per-view.
Yeah, that was on pay-per-view.
Didn't they just do it like the lights out match?
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think of that like that big of a deal. You know, that was a culmination of a feud that they had for a few weeks. That's basically like a no DQ match, but I don't think they really do too many.
I thought all of their matches were no DQ.
No, they just had a DQ.
The first one ever.
As well as going WrestleMania 1 and attending the post-Mania Raw. What?
What the fuck?
As well as going WrestleMania 1. Oh, as well as going, I guess it means as well as going to WrestleMania. I thought it was WrestleMania 1, but it must be an I. I will be attending the post-Mania Raw. Well, that's very cool. This is a question for Incher. Did you see the Rockstar announcement that GTA 6 is now under development?
No, I didn't know anything about it, but that's
signed
cool.
Rockstar Spud to NXT Developmental?
No.
What? Whoa.
No.
That
Rockstar is a game company.
Oh.
Makes Grand Theft Auto.
Rockstar Spud.
He cried his way back again.
Why are people talking about Adam Cole shrinking? Yeah, this is dumb. He was always very small. He was small in Ring of Honor. He's a small guy. What it is people who Cornette has a bias against NXT. He would say this guy should be like champ and stuff when he was in it. I mean, against AEW. I don't really care about guys being small and stuff. So, but I've always known he's not a big guy. So. He's not any smaller now than he was anywhere else.
Yeah, there's no way he could be shrinking when he's about the same size as everybody else on AEW.
Yeah, I watched a clip of Cornette thing, and his buddy literally said that Adam Cole was worse looking than any fans, even watching home. And it's like, come on, dude.
Wow,
like that's just kind of stupid. I mean, not even kind of stupid. It's really...
Brian Last is the dumbest son of a bitch I've ever seen.
Then 1 week too, because he was saying that that whole group were virgins in high school, and it was Adam Cole and the Young Bucks. And I'm thinking, like, for one thing, I don't know why you care, but I really doubt Adam Cole was having trouble getting women in high school or any time. And it was all like
Britt Baker for him.
Married and stuff. Yeah, he's like with Britt Baker.
Or has he? Maybe he's still a virgin.
Oh, could be. Maybe that's true. It's true. They're waiting. He's saving himself. Ricky Starks is so good. I hope this year is his. Thoughts?
He's already the FTW champion.
Yep.
What more do you want?
He's got a big head.
Hopefully he's not having issues with his neck still. So
Yeah, no.
all healed up, and then he can have a good year.
He is pretty good though.
I like him. He's good.
That was good with how he reversed the no, wait a minute. Oh, the J lethal, the
Lethal combination
injection, and then
Lethal injection.
reversed it into his move. I thought that was pretty cool looking spot.
I can barely hear you.
He killed him.
Oh no,
There you go. You're
The
just very
lethal
quiet.
injection, like Jay Lethal went for it and Ricky Starks reversed it into his move. I thought that was good. That was good.
Do you agree with this comment from Chris Jericho? In my opinion, what is the top wrestling promotion? Question. To me, I think it's AEW. I think we AEW already are. As far as in-ring product, entertaining shows, storylines, character. I mean, I think everyone listening to the show knows I agree. I don't even watch WWE. So.
Yeah, no, it's
as far as entertaining goes, to me, definitely. I think
Lexar disagrees.
Yeah, entertainment wise, to me, it's not even close.
Yeah, it's got to be Raw.
Yeah, it's always Raw.
I don't know. I listened to the Raw report. I can't say it sounded entertaining.
I'm not sure.
I like Steven, and I'm glad he does it, but the show does not sound good.
I'm not sure. The opening segment was very entertaining to me.
You loved it? All right, then. I think I stand by that you should like what you like. Don't let anyone, don't let Inch over here talk you out of liking it. So if you like it, like it. I mean, if you like total shit, you should like it. Be proud of it. How's your mom doing, Lexa?
She's okay.
Good.
Her foot's now like completely recovered. She just had to do like her rehab exercises at home right here. So this is her last week of rehab, going to rehab. So now she's like getting an assignment now how to do the rehab exercises at her home. And like 3 or 4 weeks later, she'll go back to the doctor's office and to see if she's okay or not.
All right. Well, speedy recovery to your mom.
Speedy recovery.
Patrick wants to know, will there be 3 female protagonists?
What, in the Elimination Chamber?
Guess.
I'm going to say yes.
Where are we? Stephen Butler, do you want to see Lana re-sign with the WWE? No.
So I read this story.
Hell no.
That I don't know what the credibility of it is, but Lana resigning with WWE.
I don't know what she sucks as a wrestler. The only way I really want to see her again is a manager for her husband.
Yeah,
they're together. They're good, but not in the ring.
I can't. I can't see any credibility. I don't. I think this has little to no credibility.
Yeah, I'd rather see her in AEW with Rusev.
Yeah, I miss seeing Rusev. Miro. I'm a big fan of Miro.
Glad that you got to my question, Jack, because the midnight hour is close at hand, and I must tap out for the night.
All right. Well, good night, Steven. Have a good week.
Thanks,
we will talk to you next week, and we will see you on the group.
See you.
Good night,
See
everyone.
you later, Steve.
John Barker, can you growl like that dumbass Luchasaurus?
What?
Does he growl?
He is kind of a dumbass. I agree. I don't know.
I didn't know.
Why is In Your Head so homoerotic? I think that speaks more to you if you think, if you watch a show and you're getting a chubby, it just means, you're into these handsome men. And there's no shame in that. I can't blame you. Does Vic look a bit like George Thorogood?
Ooh. Seen what George Thorogood looks like these days.
And he says,
isn't he very dead? Isn't George Thorogood dead?
No, he just had a song like not long ago, I think.
Bad to the bone.
Let me look it up.
And I would hope Vic doesn't look like him.
I'm not even sure what this man looks like. I know what Vic looks like. He's right here. Wow, I don't think he looks anything in the...
Not even close.
What the hell?
Can you share that? So
yeah. Doesn't look anything like you.
Says he's 71.
I mean, he's got like dark hair, and I mean, they don't think he looks anything like him.
You're not looking hard enough.
Apparently. Oh, it's nothing like Victory Loney.
No.
Have you?
Not seen it.
Not even if I dyed my hair with it.
Yeah, nothing. Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad look. You know, he's whatever. I don't know. Maybe he thinks you're a different person. I don't know.
Well, I can't sing like him either, so we're even. So.
All right. Bad to the
Maybe,
bone.
maybe that picture. Maybe that picture.
1,000 hearts.
Yeah.
Maybe a little, but most of the other pictures now.
Jason wants to know, why is it in your head as homoerotic as it used to be? I used to jerk off to it at least 3 times an episode, and now I can barely get hard.
He needs that.
I don't believe Jack loves Daddy Jack doesn't love Baby Incher as much.
I think Jason just needs to realize that he's getting older now. Sometimes
He needs a blue chew. He needs it, he needs help getting the weenie hard, getting the erection. And I think I love Incher more than ever. That's my top bitch, my bottom bitch, Inch man. Who's 3 people AEW could release and 3 of your favorites? I would release Andrade.
Luther, you're out of here.
Yeah, I mean, he's not even on TV, but you could easily get rid of him. He would be no difference.
Who the fuck is Luther?
That bald dude who's
Yeah.
There's a lot of guys. I mean, Matt Hardy. I'm trying to think of guys you probably save money with, but there's a lot of guys you could easily get rid of. I'd have to see the roster rate. Well, can you get our whole roster? Who will I fire?
Fuego del Sol, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, if you go to AEW's website, they got the entire roster up.
Mark Henry.
Just look at an episode of Dark and then just pick.
Let's see here. Adam Page, obviously not. Britt Baker, no. Jurassic Express, even though I think the one guy's kind of goofy, I wouldn't fire him. I wouldn't fire the champ. Let's see.
What about Christian?
Aaron Solo. You get rid of that guy. Adam Cole, keep. Adam Page, keep. Alan Angels, hit the bricks.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure who
Breaking
he
up the
is.
Dark Order.
Alex Reynolds, hit the bricks.
He's getting rid of the Dark Order.
Yeah, I would disband the Dark Order, honestly. I've been a fan at times, but they teased there was a new guy going to run it. No one ever did. And now it's pointless. Just end it.
Right.
Adam Page was the new guy.
Andrade, I say get rid of him. There's better people you could sign for the money you're paying him. And Angelico, and I'm not anti-Angelico, but you could get rid of Angelico. Anthony Bowens, no. You got to keep Bowen. You got to keep him and his partner. Anthony Agogo, I do see potential in him. Not that he really makes a difference right now, but I see potential. I'd keep him. All the guns. I am pro gun. I say keep the guns.
You're injured now?
I am.
Jackson Republic.
Jack has seen the light.
Bobby Fish, I'm very big on. Keep Bobby Fish. Brandon Cutler. I know they could keep him if they're his buddy. That's fine, but I don't need to see him on TV. Brian Cage hit the bricks. Pillman Jr. keep. Brock Anderson, definitely that's a work in progress. We keep him for now. See what happens.
Where's Kyle O'Reilly? He hasn't been on the show in a couple of weeks.
Dark.
Brody King, I'd keep. Brian Danielson, that's a no-brainer. Cash Wheeler, keep. Chavo Guerrero is actually still under employed. Get rid of him.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Wheeler Yuta.
I thought Chav. What the fuck?
Oh, I actually like Wheeler Yuta.
Wheeler Yuta, get rid of him.
No, I'd keep him.
Weird name.
Jericho, keep.
Name.
Christian Cage hit the bricks. Daniels hit the bricks. Chuck Taylor would keep. Punk keep. Rhodes, Cody keep. Colt. I'd actually keep Colt, but give him do something else. The that whole Dark Order run with him has been absolutely nothing. Danhausen, I'd keep. People really follow the guy regardless of what I think of him at the moment. Daniel Garcia, I like. Dante Martin is definitely a work in progress. He's got a lot of potential. Darby Allin's one of the top guys, I think. Darius Martin, he's hurt right now, so keep him. Dax Hardwood, keep. Dustin, keep. Eddie Kingston, keep. Ethan Page, I'm not big on. I'd say you could let him go because I think there's better people you could get for the same money, probably.
Blasphemy, Jack.
Evil Uno, if you are gonna have the Dark Order, okay, I'd keep him. I actually like him. Frankie Kazarian, if you have an idea for him, but as is, I would say get rid of him. Fuego del Sol, you get rid of that guy. Griff Garrison, he's a good underneath guy. He's fine. Hook, you can't get rid of Hook.
No.
Oh, hell no.
Isaiah Cassidy, I'd keep him too. I like Jack Evans, but he's not doing anything. You can get rid of him. Jake Hager, I would say get rid of.
Guest here on the show, and you're saying get rid of him.
I'm just calling it as I see it.
Shows your loyalties. Just get rid of the guy, even though he gave us an interview.
He has his record for this year is 0-0. He's not even been on the show. Jake Hager, I say cut bait. He's doing nothing.
You think Jack Evans is still stuck in Mexico?
He might be. Maybe. Hopefully he's still alive. All right, we'll keep Jack Evans and get the man out of Mexico. If you keep him, keep Angelico. I think they're a good team. Maybe not like world champ team, but they're definitely a good team to work with other teams. So we're saving their careers. Jay Lethal keep. Jeff Parker, I don't even know who that is. Oh, 2.0. I like 2.0. 2.0. I think they're a really good team.
No one knows their names.
I don't know their singles name. I just know the bigger guy in 2.0 is very funny. I actually like Joey Janela, so I would keep Joey Janela. I know I'm probably not. I might not.
Isn't he already
super over on GC? I think he's on his way out. John Silver, I'm not a big fan, but he can be really over with the crowd. I'd keep him.
Johnny Hungy.
Moxley, of course. Jungle Boy keep. Omega keep. Kip Sabian, fuck that guy. Kyle O'Reilly, I keep for now. I'm actually not really big on him, but I keep him. Lance Archer, yeah. Big Shoddy Lee Johnson.
He's a good enhancement talent to have.
Yeah, I'll give you that. He's a good underneath guy. Lee Moriarty, aren't they the same guy?
Wow, JYD.
I don't know. What change one of their names? You can't have two Lees. Leo Rush is listed here. He's not there anymore.
Yeah, he's gone.
Incher's Boy Luther. Yeah, you get rid of that guy. Mark Henry, not for the money you're paying him.
But who'd say it's time for the main event?
That's very true. It is a very important part of the show. Marco Stunt. I like him better than Christian Cage, to be honest, but you don't need him. Mark Quinn, keep those guys, but get them the hell away from Matt Hardy.
Here's Christian Cage. He's jumped off of ladders in the past, and
so what?
Gone through flaming tables and everything.
Yeah, so what? So that means he should be employed for his whole life.
Marco Stunt comes out and does this.
And he's more entertaining. He fits way more with the Jurassic Express. Christian Cage is Michael Hayes, the modern day Michael Hayes with them. It's the equivalent of Michael Hayes with the Hardy Boys.
Yeah, this old Michael Hayes never took.
Who does not fit in with the group.
Did.
Oh, he
never took no bumps.
Like he was I would say he's a much bigger draw than Christian ever was. Way bigger. The Freebirds were huge in Texas and Mid-South.
Mm-hmm.
He might have took the bumps he took, but bigger draw, I would say. Matt Hardy. Keep him for that run, then Get the fuck out.
Jack doesn't respect the veterans.
You can't just keep all these old bums that are fucking broken
all
down.
these old bums that are broken down. What good are you to me?
Yeah, you can't just hire the whole world. You're wanting to
like,
get rid of poor Luther. He's a guy who gave his body to the wrestling, but he didn't make all the money Matt and Christian did. That's worse to fire that guy than it is Matt and Christian.
Well, you don't even know anything he's been in.
That's because he wasn't in the limelight like these two guys were. They've had their run. They made their money. Now they just take up space and drinking in the Tony Khan money. Fuck them. They adding shit to the show. In fact, they're taking away from the show. Every time I see Matt Hardy on AEW, I want to turn the channel. This guy sucks.
Man, that's another former guest here on the show.
I don't care. Just because someone was on the show doesn't mean I think they should be have a job for life.
Very terrible.
Endorse
what Jackie Jones is saying.
Matt Seidel, I'd keep him. He's a good. I think he could actually be a little bigger than this. Max Caster's actually a guy I think you could push big. Nakazawa, you can get rid of him. Miro, big time. Push to the moon, I see. MJF, obviously. I hate to even mention this one. -1. Fine. Keep him a job for life, but he doesn't need to be on TV until he can actually perform.
I say fire him. Get rid of him.
Oh man, you're gonna fire the poor little child.
Get him out of here.
Malachi Black.
I'm doing him a favor. Maybe he would pick a different career path where he would excel even more.
This is like worse than Vince firing his son.
He's
like,
a young
you go
man.
this kid whose dad died.
What he really
doing your favor, getting the fuck out of here.
No, I'm doing him a favor.
Yeah, Vince is gonna hire him.
Maybe he would want to be a doctor. You never know. Maybe he'll cure cancer.
Nick Camarado. This is the caveman. This guy, I love this guy. I'd keep him. He rules.
Totally fire him.
Now you're just being opposite. You got Captain Caveman. He's the man.
Maybe
Orange Cassidy. Ortiz, keep. Pac is you got to keep Pac, but you got to rein him in. Say, don't do your stupid blindfold shit. That sucks. That was really stupid.
I'm sure he'd be really susceptible.
That wasn't good.
He's like, your whole
match was good, but once
you can't do that anymore.
Yeah, well, I'm saying you're a good wrestler. You actually have this weird charisma, but not all your ideas are very good. That blindfold thing was shit, dude. Did you like that?
I wasn't too big on it, no. But
Paul White,
you gotta treat people with some kid gloves here.
Why? You want to fire this young 10-year-old boy?
Because I'm trying to let him
be careful with Paul.
What he really wants to do.
He's a very fragile man. We can't tell him that his idea with the blindfold wasn't the best. Because we got to talk to him.
You know I'm right.
I don't. I think you're a bunch of bullshit.
I'm 100% right.
I say Paul
You're
White.
You're the bunch of bullshit. You're the big bowl of bullshit.
I'm rubber. You're glue. Whatever you say bounces off me and sticks to you.
You do it all the time.
I know you are, but what am I?
You do it all the time. Do me. I make a joke and you're always like, oh, that's interesting.
Man, I sound pretty fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
I'm comedy gold. Even just the impression of me makes me laugh. Hot damn. I'm even more entertained than I gave myself credit for.
I'm comedy gold. No, even the impression of me makes me laugh.
Damn, this guy rules. I'd like to meet myself.
Damn.
Penta El Zero. People like him, but I'm not really big. I know Intra loves it too, but Powerhouse Hobbs. He's actually grown on me. 10. Keep him. Drop this fucking bull. His gimmick is shit.
Gimmick.
He looks impressive. He's a good wrestler, but he has this awful gimmick. Drop 10, but do him give him something else. Peter Avalon, fuck him.
I thought he was gone already.
I think he is gone.
It pains me to say it. QT Marshall. I like the guy, but we don't need QT. You could keep him backstage.
I'm in agreement.
He can. I know he does.
You can't even keep him backstage. You just got to get rid of him. You got to just run him off away from the building. You don't want that QT Marshall stank.
QT Marshall. Ray Phoenix, keep him.
Yeah.
Ricky Starks, keep. Santana, keep. Scorpio Sky. I would keep him, but you got to do something different with this guy. This is some terrible stuff right now. Serpentico. The bricks.
What?
Captain Sean Dean.
Ooh,
I haven't seen enough of this guy to know one way.
I don't even know who it is.
I don't know who the fuck that is.
Fired him because I just on principle,
but he's
not even know who he is.
He's a veteran.
Something, right?
He's a veteran.
He's a veteran. What'd he do?
He was in the war, fought for our country.
Oh, I thought you meant like wrestling veteran.
No, he's actually a young guy, so I keep him. I think he's only just been squashed a couple times on TV.
Oh, geez, they really know how to treat our vets nice.
Sean Spears.
No.
I like Spears actually. Sonny Kiss, keep and actually use on television. Sting, you can't get rid of Sting. Stu Grayson, if get rid of all the disband the Dark Order, but you can keep him and Evil Uno as a team.
I'd fire Sting and bring in Wildfire Tommy Rich. He's a lot cheaper.
I think he's dead.
He's not dead. Wildfire is alive. He'd be a lot better.
Vic looks a little bit like Tommy Rich. They both have the same color hair.
Yeah.
Blade and Butcher. I like Blade.
I don't think they look alike in the face. Maybe hair.
All right. Women's Abaddon.
Get rid of her.
I actually like her, but she's never on TV. So whatever.
Too much. Learn how to develop a character.
I'm not gonna say fire the bunny, but keep her as a manager. She's a lousy wrestler. Anna J. What is she? Most of these are whatever to me. They're not gonna fire Brandy Rhodes. Britt Baker, keep. Emmy Sakura, you can get rid of her. Sheeta, keep her. Jane Cargill, they'll keep her. Jamie Hayter, I actually like her. Chris Statlander, I think, is one of the better women too. Leva Bates, hit the break. Layla Hirsch, I like Layla Hirsch.
Get rid of her.
I like her. Mercedes Martinez, they just brought her in. Nyla Rose, I'd keep her. Penelope Ford, I would get rid of her, but if you're going to keep her, just keep her as a manager. Rebel, I actually like Rebel. She's entertaining. Red Velvet.
I think I could get rid of her there.
A lot of people could, but they're not like in dire straits that they need to fire everybody.
They need to trim the fat.
I think she adds a lot to the Britt Baker package. Red Velvet, I think she's not ready for TV, but
fire.
She's got a lot of talent, actually, a lot of potential. I think Rio's run her course. You had your run. She's get rid of her. I think Ruby Soho.
Is she hurt now? You just fired her. She's hurt.
dude, you're just. If I said keep, you're like, get the fuck out of here. Behead her. Send her to the Saudi show. And
I wouldn't say that. My goodness, Jack.
Ruby So I'd keep. Serena Deeb I'd keep. Ty Conti, you got to keep her. Keep
I'd
Sammy
send her to
Guevara.
Lexar's house.
Yeah, I like
Thunder
that.
Rosa keep. Who's the
like the
magical
whole
girl Yuka Sakazaki?
Yeah, she's the one with the baggy pants.
No, we'll get rid of her too.
I'm shocked they haven't had Ty Conti do a home record gimmick yet.
They probably don't want to bring up what's going down.
Oh, I get rid of Alex Marvez for sure. Fuck that.
Well, I'm about to get out too, guys.
All right, we're gonna
Song
find
Man?
a song,
Hit the bricks. Song,
Yeah.
man.
Have a
that
good
was a
night,
fun
guys.
question.
Nighty night, song man.
Good night.
Talking to you.
What does Jack want for his birthday?
What do you want for your birthday, little boy?
Oh, what do you want for your birthday, Jack?
World peace. I don't know. I like surprises. But I want everyone to send me something to Neil Jones. Is this guy I know? 2 Campbell Street's his home address. Sandwich, Massachusetts, 02563. And I'll open it up here live on the show. It's my birthday's the 19th. So is next week the last day before then? Oh, well, the last show we'll do before then. So I'll open up on next week's show. Who would you like to see go for Hangman Page's title next? I think MJF should. I would also like to see Miro.
Cody Rhodes.
That would be good. Should Sammy Guevara be called Sammy Two Belts? Do it up.
Because that other belt was just a placeholder. He didn't.
Where is Geraldine? Patrick Howell demands.
I'm not sure where she is.
I don't know. She might be at work. I believe she's back in the States, so she might be at work. Since there's 2 TNT titles, should they be tag champions now? No. What's your thoughts on the women? This is from Lexa. Sexy Flexi. What's your thoughts on the women's elimination chamber combatants?
Combatants.
Combatants. I don't think that that Nikki Ash should be in it.
No, it's poor selection.
No, Nikki ass.
How did she escape all the mass firings? Do you think that WWE is going to induct former WCW executive Jim Hurd into the Hall of Fame? No.
That'd be pretty awesome. Ric Flair would lose his mind.
Jim Cornette.
I forgot to record this show. But it's being recorded.
Well, see you all later.
Have you seen this YouTube personality that was surfaced on Twitter that addiction shamed Alicia Fox during the Royal Rumble? Is that a thing now? Addiction shame? So if you're drunk in the Rumble, you can't call someone out for that?
I guess so. There is no criticism in this world that we live in.
You could use that then if you kill someone in drunk drive and you're like, don't addiction shame me. What if you've got if you're an actual psychopath? You like that's mental. You're mental. Mental health shaming me because I like to kill people.
Yeah.
Chris. Alexa, if Aaron Solo were Kanye West and Bale, if Aaron Solo were Kanye West and Bailey were Kim Kardashian, what are the odds of them getting back together? What?
What?
This time you saw in The View, or
I'd say the
your
chances.
girl
are
Whoopi
very
Goldberg got
likely.
suspended, Lexar.
I know the Holocaust whole thing that she said.
What's with everyone with talking about the Holocaust all of a sudden?
Jesus, yeah.
What the hell's going on?
Brian Kendrick got
Weird.
kicked out of AEW for saying that.
I know. Good. Well, Geraldine, be my Valentine.
We'll have to see.
From Patrick Howe.
Would you fight Patrick Howe for Geraldine's heart?
I don't know. I might need a weapon.
Whoa. What kind of weapon would you use on Patrick Howe to win over Geraldine? The gun? You
Yeah.
just blow him away? Shit.
Yeah.
You own a gun?
Nope. I wish I could. Can I borrow interest?
Why can't you?
No, that would make me.
You just gonna shoot a guy. What's wrong with that?
No. I'm not letting him borrow my gun to shoot a guy.
We do not condone that here on Idiot. Tazo, what if Khan opens a forbidden door and a convoy of truckers roll through? He's just trying to, some of these
Talking about the shit in Canada.
Yeah. I'm not going to ask any questions involving Hitler here on the show. Lexar, what's your favorite show on Playboy TV and Spice Network? I don't have either one. What's yours, Lexar?
Well, there's this it's kind of like the Soup on E Network, where they parodied like TV shows and make fun of them. But on this show, they make fun of porn movies. So it's like if this guy is having sex with this girl in a ranch.
I heard that happens in the porn movie.
Yeah, and that horse gets into the camera shot.
What kind of shit are you watching?
What a horse? What the fuck?
Yeah, a horse just like walks into the.
In an interest private collection?
No.
Mr. Hands over here? What the fuck?
Mr. Ed.
Hello, Wilbur.
You don't watch that kind of stuff, do you? Like horses having sex with women?
No.
All right.
AET national champion.
Will wrestling politics fly on Spotify? So what if we're talking about like wrestling court and stuff?
Instead of like Washington politics, you just talk about wrestling politics instead.
Well, I think we do a lot. No one cares if we talk about wrestling. What if Tony Khan opens the forbidden door and leaves through the door?
That'll be good. I want Cowboy Bill Watts to run AEW.
Oh yeah, that would be a very topical guy. He's like 90.
And with that being said, I'm out.
Good night.
Nighty night, Lexar.
Gotta go watch the Spice Network.
Leave it on a real doozy there, Lexar.
If times get tough, will Jonathan... Whoa, this is from Lexar. If times get tough, will Jonathan Jackson sell his Hall of Fame ring?
Oh.
Well, we hope in times don't get tough.
Hopefully not.
What if Khan opens a forbidden door and Khan walks through? So Tony Khan opens it and the other Khan walks through.
Oh no!
He got his dad.
Oh, the Wrath of Khan.
It's funny that everybody blames that guy, but like Vince is approving all of them.
It's all Nick Khan.
Yeah.
What if Vince is just like a puppet though this time, and he's just using like a mannequin?
Joe Biden.
Tyler Stevens can enter open the forbidden door in his room.
No.
Whoa. What if you opened it and Big Mosh walked through?
What would you do to try and stop camera shooting? Same thing. Don't let him touch you.
I think that was the forbidden door was opening right there.
Yeah.
Jonathan Jackson wants to know why. I wonder that every week.
Just cause.
When will -1 fight to unite the true TNT championship?
Never.
Roca das Neves says, hello, I'm from Brazil. Hello, Roca.
What's up, Brazil?
Hey, Rock.
How you
They
doing?
got good meat there and fine women with nice booties.
Patrick Howell wants to see her. Never mind.
Polanco was
Very
from
very
there,
lovely as well.
from Street Fighter.
Which wrestler would you sexually humiliate and abuse you over the span of 4 years?
What the fuck? This sounds like a meat question.
What?
Michael Hayes for intro, that would be cool.
This fucking group.
What was that about? Was that a Buck Zumoff question or something? What was that?
I don't know.
A Buck Zuma. Jesus Christ.
If he gets out of jail in his lifetime, should we get him back on?
Oh boy, I have an update on that because Buck Zuma is from my state, and I can pull the jail record here and see what date or when Buck Zuma is expected to be released from jail.
Damn it, we gotta prepare for the big return.
Buck Zuma update here on In Your Head Wrestling Radio. What the fuck? Is he out of jail already? What the fuck?
I don't think.
No,
I don't
he can't
know.
be out of jail. I want to think.
Spelling it wrong?
Plus, he's on house arrest or something.
Oh, I'm spelling it wrong. No wonder why.
Yeah, it's like ZUMHOFFE or something. It's a weird
one F. Eugene Otto Zumhoff. Anticipated release date 4/14/2031.
Holy fuck!
10 years left.
Damn, he'll be he's pretty old now. So
he's only 70 years old.
Well,
he'll be 80 when he's out of jail.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. You think him and Brian Knobs have anything in common right now after years in prison for raping his
the Zoom off update.
Did Vince really die in that limo explosion? And it's been an impersonator who knows nothing about wrestling running the show this entire time. That could be.
We've seen the show before that too. It wasn't exactly the best of shows.
Now that's the kind of stuff though Kendrick should be saying. Don't be denying the Holocaust. Say something like this. There are people said he was working, like trying to as an angle, but like who would say that kind of like what would be the gain of that? Who would be like, man, we got to sign Kendrick. He's a Holocaust denier angle.
That's man,
money.
Listen, Jackson was snoring there for a second.
I thought he was too. Yeah.
Jonathan
there
Jackson,
goes. There goes.
On the air.
He's like one of those snorers that don't. He sleeps with his eyes open.
Sleeping with one eye open. And your pillow tight. If Entry got married to a woman who was a huge MJF mark and Jack got MJF to sleep with her, would Entry shoot Jack to bits in a fit of rage or appreciate the heel heat from MJF? That's interesting. Be like, man, he's really a great heel.
Who thinks up questions like this?
I think
Jonathan Jackson here.
I'd shoot Jack.
What? You'd let Lexar borrow the gun and shoot him?
Yeah.
Jason Minton claims he never got his Hall of Fame ring. Does everyone still have theirs, or did they sell it?
No, I don't know. Hopefully they didn't sell it.
Paul
expensive.
Briotti. When was the last time Incher was told, tell it to the mountain? I never heard that saying, tell it to the mountain.
Go tell it to the mountain.
On the mountain.
On the mountain, yeah. I don't know.
Would JR and Sonny Kiss make a good couple? Yeah, why not? It's a new era. Should Ronda Rousey pay homage to the mass transit incident with one of the referees or Bruce Pritchard for heat? Start slicing them up.
Jesus.
I don't think she'd get heat if it was Bruce Pritchard.
That's very true.
Probably become the biggest face in the company.
Robbie Scar, why is AW all ex WWE? I mean, I don't like to say this, but like they're champions, they're in WWE, Young Bucks, Darby Allin. Really all the guys, Sammy's Guevara. John Garabedian, if In Your Head released an In Your Head video game for Incher Super Nintendo, what would the game be about? With all us listens to win the game, with all us as the characters. Interesting. So Incher, a Super Nintendo game about the Headyverse. What's going on?
Strip clubs with Lexar.
Scavenger hunt.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Like a puzzle game, like Kirby.
Yeah.
I
Make
dig
it
it.
where you have to find like in your head artifacts.
Like the bloodstained hard drive.
That was a sound card.
What are some other ones? Someone has to find Barbie Richards.
What are some other ones?
Boogeyman gummy worms. Incher's burned up car.
The Big Fist from SmackDown.
CBS
Prize wheel.
Yeah, prize wheel. That would be good. Jimmy Jam's Stream Daddy box.
I like it. I like this idea. Someone make it. Get on it. I'll make the graphics. Keith Abraham Lincoln. If Roman Reigns pulled out his penis and told Incher to acknowledge the tribal chief, what would he do?
I guess run. Yeah.
Acknowledge the tribal chief.
I'd probably sue him too because that's sexual assault. So get some of that Roman Reigns money.
Well, how many hours did Incher log on this game? And will Jack buy it now that it's 30% off? It's a video game called Sex with Hitler. You can get it on this.
I don't know that game.
What?
Sex with Hitler.
I don't have that game.
It's a real game too. Sex with Hitler.
Like the Xbox or something?
It's on Steam.
Wasn't Ava Braun related to him or something like that? Like, weren't they like kind of like relatives in a way?
Second cousins or something like that.
Yeah. Craziness. Sex with Hitler.
That's not offensive at all.
Yeah, and they probably I guess they put it out during Holocaust Memorial Week, whatever.
Oh, that's awful.
That must be why everyone's talking about the Holocaust lately. A song I totally wrote for Jack. When will I see you again? When will we share precious moments? Will I have to wait forever? Will I have to suffer and cry the whole night through? When will I see you again? When will our hearts beat together? Are we in love or just friends? Is this beginning or is this the end? That's very beautiful.
Oh,
Dobbs, thank you.
such a good man.
Keith Abraham Lincoln, what is Incher's favorite post Mahoney Police Academy movie assignment? Miami. What is Incher's favorite post Mahoney Police Academy movie? Assignment Miami Beach, City Under Siege, or Mission to Moscow?
I never watched any of them.
What?
I don't think was the Miami Beach without Mahoney? I'd have to say that one. Yeah, that one is without Mahoney. So I'd have to say that one. Okay. I take it back. The Miami Beach one's good.
This is Martin Van Tankman. Is WWE unwatchable to anyone else or just me?
I think it's everybody.
Everyone but Steven. Steven watches it, so we don't have to.
What a guy.
Even the gentleman.
Will Incher get in your head kicked off of Spotify for thinking all black men are the junkyard dog?
No. And that I can explain because I was talking about Ernie Ladd, and you're like you were paying attention to what I was talking about. Yeah, I was talking about
Ernie Ladd was a JYD.
No, I was talking about his speech when he was inducting JYD into the Hall of Fame. But you were half paying attention to anything I was saying.
I've never known. I always pay.
This was all a concoction of your lack of paying attention. No. Exactly what it was.
No, now you're just making stuff up. Because last time you said the story is Tony Atlas, but see again, they all kind of look alike to you.
We can't get
Mike,
a good one.
What?
He stops snoring every time we get quiet.
Maybe our voices make him sleep soundly. Very comforting.
There you
go. Are you sure? You
that
sure
actually works?
Hammy.
You sure that's not a medical condition? Because Lawler sounded the same way on Raw that time.
Oh God! Well, that would be awful if he's having
Jonathan Jackson's not having a heart attack on the air.
And we're just sitting here laughing. That'd be awful. We're like
assholes.
In the hell! Hope we get a lot of hits. Mike Bessler. This is Mike Bessler, our boy Mike Bessler. Mm-hmm. If you receive full press credentials and a travel package, he means like not this package, Incher, travel package.
I knew what he meant.
To send one member of the Headyverse to Beijing on behalf of In Your Head to report on the Winter Olympics, who would you pick?
Whoa. Sounds like Jonathan Jackson.
Yeah, well, we're going to send Jonathan Jackson.
I'm going to go with Lexar because the thought of, from what I heard, the press has to undergo anal swab testing for COVID.
Whoa.
And I think Lexar would probably like a Q-tip up the ass every now and then. So I think Lexar.
You ever get anally swabbed, Incher?
No.
You think it's more? Do you think it's more? What do you think's worse? So getting the thing way up your nose, or getting a cotton swab up the booty?
They're both pretty bad, aren't they?
I think the nose, because I felt like my brain was being violated when they did that to me. That felt terrible.
Yeah, I think a cotton swab, like a little Q-tip in the butt, you probably wouldn't really even feel. Honestly, it's that like it sounds funny and weird, but
I mean, until they jam it up there so far it hits your prostate. Oh,
or they pull out like
they're walking funny for a couple
Q-tip, sir, and you're like,
human arm just.
We're gonna do this for a little while to see if you got the COVID. All right, Incher. I think that's all the questions.
Yeah.
Jonathan Jackson has a question.
I think Is everyone falling on this asleep on the show at some point in time?
Isn't this cheating that he's got like a?
I know, that's why he put up so you can just take a nap.
Well, nobody wants a picture like they put of me on.
Since I've come back to the show after my year of hiatus, it's been Lexar, Steven, Vic, and now Jonathan.
I've been very tired, but I think it would be hard for me to actually pass out while I'm sitting.
You'd be
here.
I've been really tired. I've been tired today, but
I know you sound like you're medicated tonight.
Well, I am tired.
You are Are you doing the heroin?
No. I'm saying I'm tired.
For one.
I know, I'm just teasing. All right. Well, I had a good time. Even Finch was a little bitchy, but I think he was just grumpy from being sleepy.
What? I'm nothing but pleasant at all times.
That's just a lie. But
go fuck
I had
yourself.
a good time. Did you say bitch?
Oh no.
All right. We'll be back next week here on In Your Head. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Share this with your friends and your enemies, and they will become your friends. Spread the head. Tell everyone you love the show, and they should check it out here on YouTube Live every Tuesday night. And then you can listen to it on iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify, wherever you enjoy listening to your podcast. But here on In Your Head, we're live, and you can join the interactive chat room. It's a lot of fun. And clearly, it's a good time for everybody. Good night, everybody.
See you all later.